Okay, we are back with another episode of Survivors of Tarnstead. We're going to start in our usual manner of introduction. First up, we have Blackheart as
Carrick Marsh.
We have Cronus as
Jackson Road Scala.
We have Haddan as
Tilde.
We have Marcus as
Corvus Adalas.
We have Sammy as
Gifton Greysteel.
And Tobias as
Caspia Pierce Steel Shard.
And you have me, Yuli, as your friendly DM. Who would like to give the recap?
I can do it.
You can do it?
I can do it.
Okay, you can do it then.
Okay. Last time on Survivors of Tarnstead, the group was back, having recently defeated Scrim as a unit, as a team. Corvus's amazing pet having dealt the felling blow of knocking Scrim out, I believe, after he nearly knocked himself out punching the good artificer. Quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself. The game. The group divvied up with Corvus and the airship Dr. Gorick, taking turns healing everybody and indenturing Carrick into cooking. Gifted until they managed Scrim. I say managed. Mostly we just gruffed back at each other for a while and occasionally threw healing spells at him. Eventually he was fed and promises of clothing was made. Various people came to talk to Scrim. I won't go over every single conversation, but we had conversations with Scrim. Scrim apparently had a painful malady that is an ongoing chronic pain thing. At one point, Corvus tried very hard to come up with what to do with it, cut into the boy. Gifton had terrible ideas of how to fix it and was shooed away. And it became a thing of we're just going to give him pain reliever for right now. The group continued on to Zaha on the airship. There was suddenly a call to everybody on the to go to the top deck. Gifton was like, well, Scrim, you're coming too. We all went to the top deck, and lo and behold, there's a giant magic storm that was going for as far as our eyes could see in any direction, that was blocking our path to Zaha. We had to weigh our options of what we were going to do about it. We decided to speed up and coast through, and expecting that we would all do as little magic as possible while we were going through it, as long as nothing bad happened. Surprise, something bad happened. We saw a golden dragon, which seemed semi-hostile ish. It was hard to say. It wasn't talking. Scrim openly challenged it. Carrick tried to talk it down. Gifton started shooting it because it seemed like it was just going to keep coming and it wasn't talking. And she had no idea what the fuck Carrick said anyway because she can't speak dragon. The battle ensued and it got worse and worse as the engines of the ship got turned back on and started triggering more and more magical effects. And different members of the group started casting spells because that's what we do when combat starts. Dingus was lost early in the fight, and Gifton went into kind of an angry rage and turned into a dragon, which cascaded into turning her into a weird angel thing, and made her bow super cool, and spent the rest of the combat like that. It all climaxed with an anti-magic field that suddenly formed and caused the airship to start falling as what happens when a magic airship doesn't have magic. And the gold dragon died after the first round of us falling. Then we come back in with I had just shot the dragon at the start of my turn, and we're still falling.
Yes, very nice. You can have an inspiration.
I can draw.
You can draw.
I could draw one. Can I draw one?
Yeah, go ahead and press that.
Me. I get one card.
Okay.
Card.
Now, everyone else who has handed in their homework, go ahead and draw a heroic inspiration.
Oh,
Wow.
You just click the word draw.
Yep.
Gifted.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, and then you type in how many. Okay.
Yeah, it'll come up with a thing and ask you how many you get.
Okay.
I'm gonna move the turn order.
Speaking of turn order, that can go away. We are out of it. But in
Because we're all dead.
we're in free fall. This is exciting. The airship is starting to plummet fast. Gifton, as the anti-magic field around you, you can feel that power within you almost starting to unravel as the wish spell that pulled it together is starting to unravel. Still holding impressively, considering no magic should be working, but that's a wish for you. But it is fading. Sort of crackling energy arcing off around you as you can feel your form starting to dissipate and return to as it was. You still have some of that power.
Do I feel like I can do anything with it?
Yep, you feel like you still have it, but you can tell it's going to go away.
Okay, so it's going to go away.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just kind of give a wide-eyed look of, oh yeah, we're falling.
Mhm.
Carrick, Telday, get the cargo net. Corvus, think of something. Scarlet, get the crew up here and get some ropes. I'm gonna.
She gives you an alarm look, but she starts running towards the hatchway and starts yelling down at the crew to come above deck with ropes and cargo, and actually orders them to grab the cargo net as they some of them are further down than you guys.
Yeah.
All right, what is everyone doing?
Corvus is cussing in Hexenrecken. He's looking at his arm bleeding from the incisions from the metal and then slams his hand forward. Magic has left this place. Bring it back.
All right, go ahead and roll me a D100, Corvus. Wow!
Oh my fucking god!
Oh, that's unexpected. Okay.
Did
Right.
you get the extra 3% or not?
Yeah, but it still doesn't matter. It's still
Yeah.
lower.
Yeah, even without that, he would have done this. Wow. Okay.
Oh shit! Plan A.
Right.
Also, Marcus, you should totally hit the button so like people watching will
right.
know what the fuck you just did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get my
Like,
character sheet.
poor Anu needs to know what you just did.
So, as Corvus calls out to a higher power he doesn't even know or understand he's drawing from, time seems to stop. None of you having the awareness of this. Except
I
for
was on my way over
Gifton.
to Shax.
Except for Gifton.
Uh-oh.
Gifton. Things have stopped moving. The airship seemingly suspended in midair. You can see the arcing energy from your form is barely moving. And you yourself can barely move. But you're
I'm on
aware.
my way over to Shax going, "Roar."
But what you do see is the air shimmer as if light bends on the deck. And stepping out from it, they form in a long sort of robe, very understated, just a plain, almost grey. And it just pulls back its hood, looking around with what's almost a mirror of a face. Just a blank mask that seems to reflect its surroundings. And it just very carefully reaches out with one hand into midair and seems to pull at something you can't see, almost pinching it with a few fingers. And then does the same with the other hand, reaching out and pulling something inwards. And then almost like it's tying a knot in the air in front of it as it moves its hands.
Excuse me?
You try and speak, but all you manage to get out is as your lips won't move. But it's enough to draw the attention. Hearing the sound in this frozen moment, the figure turns towards you, and you see your face reflected in its mask. And then it just holds up one finger and draws it slowly across the mask, as if forming a smile, smudging the mirror slightly. And then simply brings its hands up, and with a clap, it's gone, and time resumes. And you suddenly hear the sounds of the magical engine of the airship puttering back into effect. Everyone, you can move again.
Gifted kind of lurches in place. Okay, who the hell was that?
Real quick as she's saying that, can we feel magic again? 'Cause
Yes.
I'm guessing this is I'm immediately doing this before doing
Shax,
anything
you
else.
can move your fucking limbs again. Cassie, your arm's working.
Pretty quickly, because all of a sudden his arm and leg starts to work again.
Yeah, I'm basically right next to Shaq because I was about to pick him up.
You just
Corvus
see him
will
slam down the magic arm and stand himself up.
willingly tumble forward as he was pushing on something, and then it went away.
Yeah. Corvus, magic seems to be back. Whether it's coincidence or not, to your suspicious mind, is hard to say.
Who the hell was that?
What? The dragon.
Okay, Scarlet is grabbing the horn of the ship and getting the crew to get the engines back into effect fully. The ship is still falling.
But
By the way,
Full.
I ended up catching on those 5.
Okay.
wait, are we still in a storm?
Yes, there is a storm around it, although it seems calmer somehow.
Does it seem not as magically based?
Well, it didn't just react to Carrick's casting.
Okay.
I'm going to reach into my bag of holding.
It works. Your bag of holding is functioning again.
I'm going to pull out some more rounds for my pistols, since that's where I was keeping a majority of them. And also my feather tokens.
Mm-hmm. All of them?
Yes, I'm going to take all of my feather tokens out of the bag of holding into the normal backpack.
Okay.
The funny thing is,
one.
I have a
You
feather
want one.
token. I had the feather token. Yeah, you only want one out because otherwise it consumes all of them when you fall.
Yeah.
But,
I thought you actually had to use it.
No, it's automatic.
it activates.
It's auto.
In that case, I'll leave the rest in.
I keep one on me at all times, and I keep the rest in my bag.
Yeah, especially something you air quote recharge by putting a new one out.
And I air quote left one on Scrim that he hopefully still has on him, but I'm just gonna kind of sit down and slump on the deck.
Looking at the artificer, you can hear yells coming from below deck of they're having trouble getting the systems in order again. Basically, the complete and utter shutdown has essentially fucked a few things, and they are struggling to get them in order.
Jack will actually essentially tap the heels of his boots, kick in the flight infusion that was on them from the flying boots.
Mm-hmm.
Tentative second to see if something happens.
Nothing happens.
And then he's going to actually use the up movement speed and fly below decks.
Okay. Right, you move below deck.
Is
And
the field on me still active?
no, that is gone.
Okay. I had to ask about that because I just looked like, that might cause more problems.
Save. There we go.
Okay.
How
I'll fly below deck.
how you 2 doing? Cass and ASM.
Scrim never took a
Scrim.
point of fucking damage. He was outside with one fire breath, and I don't think he got hit by anything else.
Scrim looks back at you with amusement. He's clutching the rail of the deck right now as, again, the ship is still falling. Just fine. Glorious.
That's good.
And Jax will also be mentally commanding the his homunculus to come to him.
Shax, as you get...
As they're falling, Cass is screaming, "I hate you so much, ASN!"
Shax, below deck. You can hear sort of echoing yells through the decks. Yells to the forward engine modulator. Random tech words. It seems to be jammed. Someone needs to get it running.
He'll fly. He'll use all his speed he's gotten to get over there and start trying to work on it.
All right. I would like you to give me an Arcana roll, please. Because of your tool proficiencies, you get advantage.
Okay, I was going to actually ask if any tools would give me anything.
Yes. Oh, right. So you quickly pull aside the paneling, and this isn't a clean job. You don't have the time for a clean job, but you basically crisscross a few wires, and suddenly the ship surges into life, running fully functioning. The quick descent of the ship now starting to slow, not in a quick method because that would cause as much damage as it would help. But you can hear the repulsors humming into the life. as it slowly starts to slow, and then maybe about 300 meters off from the sea floor, stops.
Well, that was...
And then you hear a splash as the ancient gold dragon's body lands in the ocean. Rather close.
Mm-hmm.
A hell of a lot of those boulders are also impacting the ocean. Thankfully, some distance away from you, but you can see large splashes, waves, and so on. The great big one that the facility was attached to, however, seems to be slowing their ascent as well.
Let's not do that again.
No more magic. Until we get out of this place.
It seemed to be fine, at least for that. I kind of reacted.
Well, something turned it off.
Cassie.
Yes.
When the magic turned off, it was hard to tell whether it was the adrenaline affecting you, but there was a strange churning feeling inside of you, your stomach, your chest, and it just getting gradually stronger while that magic was off. Now it seems to have returned. You can feel it quieting, but it's there. It's there, and you can feel it almost as if something's moving. And rather than this being automatic with the magic off, you now get a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Go, barbarian.
Let's see.
You cough. And then you cough some more. Feeling like you're having to bring something up, like you're having to hack something up. And you almost double over as you're doing so. And you rather alarmingly see this black viscous liquid landing on the deck. Anyone around Cass can see this as well.
Corvus will release the handrails and go over. What is wrong, Cass?
You can't reply, Cass, as you are now essentially throwing up this liquid in far more of a capacity than seems natural.
Just going to keep hurling.
Yeah.
Blah.
Okay. Corvus, you try and pump this magic into her. Doesn't seem to have any particular effect. Gifton.
Yep.
Your form, despite the anti-magic field now being turned off, seems to still be dissipating. The magic that was holding the wish together unraveling. And with a flash of light, you are now you again. Small and about
Way over there.
10 feet up off the deck as it brings your form into the center of mass.
Oh no. Falling.
Yes, so it will take a mighty 2 points of damage.
Actually, I take the first set
yeah.
of 10 as well because of the racial.
Yep. A mighty 7 points of damage.
Actually, I don't have that many hit points, so that actually fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Ow! Ow.
Corvus is going to do another thing if he can.
Well, what would you like to do?
He is going to focus all his healing ideologies and knowledge into one spell. His arm is now glowing.
Okay, you do that. What's the aura?
30 feet radius.
Okay, 30 feet. Right. Okay. Yes, you do this aura of life. I'm not entirely sure this benefits anyone around you. But you all have resistance to necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Cass.
Yes.
Good 30 seconds of this. Almost. Feels almost like a fire hose of liquid being forced out of your stomach, your lungs. You definitely didn't hold that much. You would have noticed. But then it subsides. Just this horrible tasting, tar-like substance dribbling from your lips. And just spreading out on the deck.
Grabbing hold of Corvus.
Yeah. What are you? Are you Cass? I don't know what's going on here.
Cass is pointing at it.
Yes, I see it too. Ah. Ah.
Empty. Now.
Oh, sorry, did not mean to do that. You. What? That?
What's everyone else doing?
Jack's probably staying below decks and actually helping anyone who's trying to check things over and like that.
Yeah,
The ship runs.
yeah, they actually sort of get you into double checking the systems and so on.
I am having to take my time to go down the stairs because I
Gifton.
was up on the thing.
Gifton,
Yeah.
as you step forward, you notice that there's some fabric around you.
Mhm.
And squinting at it, oh, that's one of the outfits from my shift weave. Oh, there's another outfit from my shift weave. Why can I feel a breeze on my upper thigh so readily?
Oh no.
And you look down, and there is a familiar purple outfit that reveals so far too much.
Oh no.
As your shift weave seems to have defaulted.
I'm going to spend some time getting my clothes back. So yeah, this is what I'm doing now.
It's really awkward because I was going down to check on her right after her big fall.
Yeah.
Amusingly, I think I have kind of the same problem. So Shark's probably wandering around wearing his military honors uniform.
Yeah, Carrick's in that boat too.
Ignoring it.
Yeah, we're so 3 people are picking up clothes right now.
Yeah.
Corvus in his leather jacket.
I'm
to the side when he went in.
I'm unfortunately in Kare's birthday present right now.
Ah.
Are you all right, Gifted?
Unarmored defense Gifton.
So which one does it keep? Just so I know what I'm in.
What are your 4 outfits?
What ones are in? I have the Drider Silk fine clothes instead of Travelers, instead of fine clothes instead of common clothes.
We're gonna put you in the fine clothes.
Okay.
Ooh, fancy boys, fancy.
Sad part, they're actually the lowest check of all clothes. Because those are all stuff that Gifted's made.
Insult me.
The Drider Silk's the really nice set.
Yeah.
Corvus and Cassie. The liquid shifts. Bubbles.
Shifts what?
Shifts.
Bubbles.
And bubbles.
Shifts and bubbles. Okay. Corvus is going to try to take a sample.
Okay, you reach
Did
down.
anybody else see that guy though?
What guy?
You reach down to take a sample.
The guy that was in the center of the deck with the weird mask on. You guys saw him, right?
No.
I'm not in the middle.
The 17 hit, actually 27 with surprise round. Does 27 hit you, Corvus? It's a critical,
27.
so yes.
Yes, it hits.
Alright. Anyone that's looking in that direction sees this sudden pseudopod forming out this liquid and lashing at Corvus as he reaches down to take a sample in a vial, knocking it out of his hand and, hurting him. At which point, we will go into initiative once more.
I think that thing just hit Corvus.
Let me bring up the init menu. I don't know where I put it. There it is.
You
Right.
gonna clear it first?
Yeah, I'm going to clear it first. Okay. Right, everyone roll on it, please.
Oh, because I did that. Okay.
Okay, something of that ain't working right.
Wow.
On top of shit. What
Tell
a waste of
Dave.
fucking 20 that is.
I'm changing
What the?
Fuck me. That's some in it.
Goddamn waste that fucking is.
I'm keeping what I had. I'm just rolling something to check for it. Damn, what the fuck? Okay, I don't think it's doing that right.
Oh, that's pretty.
It's supposed to be giving me advantage of it, but I don't think it's giving me advantage.
It is. Otherwise, you would have had a 5.
Oh no, we fought this thing in a
If you
previous
actually hover
campaign.
over it, rolled 2d20s.
Yeah, it's just highlighting red because there was a 1 rolled.
Yeah, it gets weird with that, with initiatives.
I think you don't have to change anything.
Yeah, because I rolled the same number again, which also suspect, but hey.
Right, it's everyone rolled. Oh, fucking scream 1 second.
I'm just gonna sit in the corner. You all have fun.
No, sit in corner.
I'm saying that 'cause I rolled a 4. So I'm probably gonna be the last one to go. I'm probably gonna be dead.
Your second last
I'm not
one to
gonna
go.
do anything. I'm all the way across the deck.
You got a bow?
I can't see shit.
How am I the second to last?
You can see this as it towers up, by the way.
You have 14, and I have a 10.
Yes.
I rolled 4.
This pseudopod lashes out at Corvus, and then the entire puddle seems to rise up. What's that?
I did keep forgetting you have to hit enter and not just click off.
There you go.
You do it.
Because the only roll I was
What's
saying
up?
was the 14 at first.
Yeah,
I just
first
had the modifier thing, just didn't know.
Oh, I have to do something.
What do you have to do?
Yeah.
What's that for?
My concentration of aura of life.
Okay.
Oh.
Right. So,
which I think is okay. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's either half the damage or 10 rounded.
Yeah.
Whichever's higher.
Right. So, yes, this thing lashes out at Corvus, and then this entire puddle seems to rise up. Strange liquid, very silent. Almost sounds like a babbling brook as it moves, making no other sound. But you can see eyes forming on it, teeth forming on it, seemingly in random spots. Telde, you're up.
Such a good thing that Cassiopeia's last name isn't Yar. All right. Thank you. Telde unfortunately wasn't looking in that direction, I don't think, but he probably would have heard things.
I imagine Corvus may have let out a somewhat pain noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will start with the process of looking in that direction, seeing large thing right there.
Yeah, that ain't right.
Scanning.
And I am going to rush right up to it and draw my sword.
Yes.
Unfortunately, in order to get there, I had to
Double move.
Oh wait.
You're a rogue, aren't you?
Yay, I'm a rogue. Bonus action. Alright. I always forget about that because the only time I tend to use that is when I'm trying to triple move. And I will take a swing at it with the... There it is.
Okay. The 17... You feel like you're about to strike center mass, that you are about to hit. But then some of these tendrils raise up and dash aside your arm.
Alright, well, I get a second attack off my attack action, so I will make another one.
And that one will hit.
Oh, nice.
Right, so your arms dash aside, but then you quickly bring it back in, snaking through those deflecting tendrils, and land a solid blow on its form. With slashing damage, yes?
Yes.
Cool. Bup.
Oracles require slashing.
You see the blade cut through it, and it does cut through it, some of the matter being displaced, dashed across the deck, but you can also see it essentially resealing behind. You feel like it was somehow resistant to this attack.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think that's all I can do off this turn.
Corvus.
Corvus. Okay, this is a. I have to check something. Harwin responds on bonus actions every thing.
Mm-hmm.
My character sheet seems to be broken. Oh, this is wonderful. We're just going to say
giving you.
It's frozen locked. It's not letting me scroll anything.
I've had to reload before to work. So
Yeah, do a quick reload.
This is what I'm doing. All right, I'm back.
Okay.
All right. In combat, this shares your initiative. Takes your turn immediately after yours. It moves to action, but only its action. Bonus action to command. Okay. All right. So he is going to. He's going to bonus action disengage.
Okay.
So he can backpedal.
Yep.
And then he's going to guiding bolt.
Okay.
Guiding bolt.
17 will hit it.
Let's see. Spells. Yeah, let's bump it up.
You got to decide that before you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
So this will be at its default.
Ignore the. Why is healing on?
You've got your heal by harm checked. Right, so it's doing 15.
So 15. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, the radiant damage hits it and actually takes quite a chunk out of it, seeming to do considerable damage that it does not seem to recover from.
And then he's going to shout over the noise. We're not done yet. We have a problem.
All right. Your robo buddy, your strange creature, stands doing nada.
Yield Build-A-Bear.
Yeah. Gifton. That is a tall, horrible mess that they are dealing with over there.
Well, it seems like we're casting magic.
So... And there didn't seem to be any repercussions for that happening.
Yeah. So, I guess I'm.
Also, next attack has a van.
But what if the attack I'm doing is a saving throw?
That doesn't affect it, but someone else will still get the benefit, so it's no waste.
Yeah. I don't know. It might be wasteful to do a spell. I could change form and try and get my angel thing going and do extra damage that way. That's probably the best way to do it. I'll do that. So I am swapping into archer form. I'll do bonus action using one of my divine manifestations, doing cool circle stuff, blah 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 blah, that, and then drawing back my bow because my quiver has shit in it again, and doing a shot. Everybody. Don't trust myself, so I'm just gonna play that to get advantage really quick. Because wait, I already.
You're ready for advantage. Yep, take that back.
That's right. Yeah, take that back. Give it back to me. Helps if you have the right tool. All right, so I have advantage. Attacking. Advantage. Go.
Right, 31 will hit. Shockingly.
Okay. All right.
Nah.
That. I get my wrath damage because an additional. This is a normal hit for this one. Normal attack hits on it for the wrath manifestation, and then I get to do sacred flame.
Okay.
Does the wrath manifestation hit?
Yep, it does indeed.
Okay, so it takes 16 radiant from that.
So it takes 16 radiant.
And then if it takes the sacred flame or not.
Let's see, dexterity 20. It will have advantage on this. Yeah, it passes that.
So it takes nothing.
Yeah.
And then
your arrow blow, however, with the divine energy around it, does seem to blow a significant chunk out of it, and already this creature, this thing, is looking worse for wear, flailing about, not making any noise, but clearly distressed.
It wibbles faster.
Is that your turn, Gifty?
yes, and I will use my movement.
So far. Cassie.
Okay.
Okay.
Your baby is hurting us.
I don't appreciate you and Corvus's child.
I don't appreciate this child. I am moving to there.
I have questions about what you did this year.
My character sheet closed.
Did you ever wake up just in in Corvus's lab at some point?
It seems they got really jealous of everybody else having kids.
Alright. Still have the lightning bolt.
At least Corvus did.
Made Harwin, and
Okay.
And in true cast child fashion, it came out swinging.
it attacked Corvus. That really does seem on brand.
It's fair.
It takes after mommy.
Good child. Good child.
I
So I'm going to zap it.
actually feel mildly bad for the poor thing. I mean, it
Yeah.
laughed out because somebody was putting a vial into it.
And now it's getting the crap kicked up.
So I'm shooting straight down, avoiding.
Okie dokie. DC 14, dex save. It has advantage. So it passes and takes half. What's that for, Cass?
That's
your rage.
because rage is still active.
Right.
I haven't shut it off yet.
Take 11
Endless
damage.
rage.
Oh, actually, let me check. I think that's lightning, right?
Yes.
Okay, it will take quarter damage of that.
Oh, it's got great.
It
has
was mommy's
resistance.
special child.
It does take after mom.
Right, so oh, okay.
Guys, it's just clops.
So you
kids.
see your lightning arc over its form, Cass, and almost seems to dissipate through it.
Mommy's child is special and formless. Ugh.
Okay, well, that's all I can really do.
Okay, you're holding put.
Yeah.
Right. Scrim actually backs up a little bit as if regarding this thing, looking it up and down, looking over at Cass with a sort of vaguely disgusted look, and he does not engage it. The formless spawn seems to shift and quiver. Its form now towering a little further up and forming this great big wide maw out of the liquid, sharp teeth forming along with it.
Gifton's glad she's on the other side of the ship.
And
question:
yes,
Yeah?
Can Harwin still use his reactions?
He doesn't have reactions. I thought he
He
could only
does.
act when he does.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he only could act when you instruct him.
That's why.
what are you trying to do with him?
Ah,
I don't know if that's even a reaction, is it?
Yep, it's you built the character or the stat block.
I believe it can use that just fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it does technically get a
Yeah.
reaction, just what does it usually. Other than
Because
that,
it's
everything is
on the
still
control. Yep,
demanded.
that will work. It would work if it were against something within 5 feet of it.
Yeah.
Telde.
Oh my.
Yes.
as you actually hurt it considerably. It tries to bite down at you in that sense of it looks like it's trying to engulf you. 12.
No.
I didn't think so. Its mouth just hitting the deck beside you as you easily sway aside of it.
It's mouthing.
It's teething.
Oh, what are you gonna call it, Cassie?
And as it misses with that bite, another pseudopod lashes out at you. 24.
Sorry, you as in me?
Yes.
Okay.
you as
Yeah.
in you.
You know what? In this case, I feel like turnabout is fair play. So
All of a sudden, Kelly's head opens up and it's just
defensive
these big
duelist.
gnashing teeth.
So it fails.
Okay, very nice. You bat aside the pseudopod.
Flap.
Right.
Everybody whop now.
And then it's going to move, provoking an attack of opportunity from both Cass and Telday. It oozes over the side of the ship, clinging to the hull.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'll take that swing.
Yep.
Swing at it,
Okay,
Cassie.
the forepaw will hit.
Only it had a head
Very nice.
and you critted.
It's dueling.
Oh,
Oh, very nice.
Oh, I turned off sneak attack. That's not supposed to be off.
Okay.
You can only sneak attack. Oh no. Yeah, that's right.
This is off round, so it'd work. Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. So
There's a lot more damage coming.
Technically, I didn't
that's-
sneak
that's a
attack the
cast
first time
crit.
either way.
Yeah, Cass has extra crit damage.
alright, I'll let you add up all your stuff for me, Tobes, while I deal with Telday's.
Ignore the 11 same type part.
Okay.
That's just because they're both toggles, and I forgot to add
15
that.
plus 17. Is that right?
What is sneak attack is classed as the same type as the weapon, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it would also be
32 piercing.
slashing.
For slashing, sorry. 30 for slashing.
In fact,
2 extra 11, Cass.
No, not done yet.
Oh, fuck.
I gotta get all the pages together.
Oh, I accidentally timed something while adding Cass's, and she has apparently done 94,000 points of damage.
no, we'll keep that.
That's fine. We'll take it. Maybe.
No, don't let that type of math come into being a...
56 points of damage total from Cass. Another 4?
Yep.
Right.
And that should be all
Hey,
of it
Cass.
except for the time damage.
How would you like to do this, Cass?
Yes.
It tries
do.
to go over the side of the ship, and
Mhm.
Cass slams her sword into it.
Mhm.
And it can't seem to get away, and Cass is turning back and looking at Corvus going, "Empty now!
I thought you meant yourself.
Empty now!"
Alright.
Well, unfortunately, as how you want to do this, it's still going to be within the confines of a round.
Yeah, no, she's screaming for him to open a portal to the empty, and as soon as he does, she's grabbing hold of this thing and flinging it.
Yeah,
Well,
but that would be next round, though.
yes.
So you got to do it during your turn right now. We have to do it.
This is how are you killing it? It's not then
How
throwing
are
it for
you
about...
killing-
Yeah.
She's literally putting her sword through it and just basically impaling it into the deck.
I like to think she's still over her shoulder yelling at Corvus.
Yeah.
Empty now!
That can definitely
She's whipping at it.
Yeah, she
yes,
is.
you impale your sword through it, the lightning arcing off of your blade, seeming to search for its form, trying to absorb it, and then you see the entire thing quiver and just sploosh as it loses cohesion, splashing around you, getting you, Telday, covered in some of its horrible liquid form, and just dripping over the decking. Once again, a puddle, a far less cohesive puddle this time.
Are you guys okay over there?
What is this?
Is that your baby?
Corvus is going to.
Did Gifton actually say that?
No.
Aw.
Corvus
I
is
can come out of you. I know where
What they
babies come
talk
from.
about when they say food baby?
food baby.
What did you eat?
Yeah, what did you eat, Cass? Corvus will retrieve sample now if possible.
You reach down to scoop a bit from you,
It's just oil.
and
just
as you
falls
do,
away.
you easily get a sample into your bottle.
Okay.
Venom symbiote takes you over.
And yeah, it definitely looks oily.
Are we still in rounds?
Nope, you are out of rounds.
Can I
So,
make an Arcana or something
Yeah, go ahead.
on this?
Anyone that wants to?
Alright. I'm swapping to resolute
normal
form
or
to give myself a
disadvantage?
fly speed so I can get over here.
Normal, just high DC.
Is that high enough?
oh, there you go.
Yes. You're flying over there, Gifty.
Yeah, I'm just gonna flap out over. I'm gonna go hang out
Have
my
you
scrim.
finished with your clothing?
I got my clothes. Well, I figured I did that in time for the combat, but I'm gonna pick up my clothes. I'm gonna swap into resolute form, which gives me the wings that let me fly for a good distance. And I'm just gonna flap over and go hang out my scrim and watch all this because that goop is way too high for me. I don't want it. I'm just gonna perch over on the stairs near him and watch.
Carrick,
Yes.
you've heard mention of many different sort of magical oozes and so on, and this doesn't match the description of any of them. What it does match, though, visually, looking at it, the way the light's playing off of it, is that liquid at the bottom of the empty.
When I'm thinking about this, does that all resemble the stuff from the ritual also?
A little harder to tell, but the way it moved seemed similar.
Sorry that your first time up on deck sucked so bad, Scrub.
I think it's been quite exciting.
Yeah, I think
Telday?
Cassie's right about where
Yes.
that's from.
Yeah, it's very oozy.
Damn. The secret of the ooze.
It might be an ooze, not sure.
I mean, it's definitely an ooze. Just where that ooze comes from. I think Cass is right about where that's from. It looks very much like the liquid.
It
down
might
there.
be an Armus.
Well, whatever it is, I can't send it back to the empty as it currently is.
Why not?
You
Then
have
get
a
buckets.
right. We need to mop it up, essentially.
Carrick, can you press it up?
We're gonna click it and actually look at what I can do with flesh press. I have a feeling I can't.
It's like 1 cubic foot.
I don't.
You get a little bit at a time. It's filth, right?
Yeah, you could try and do. I mean, if this were a normal puddle of stuff, yeah, you could do it a bit at a time.
I'll attempt to press D on it. I don't know why I just clicked the second time.
The liquid quivers and does not dissipate.
I'm gonna try mage handing and trying to pick some of it up with the mage hand.
Okay, you try and pick it up with your mage hand, trying to scoop almost, and it seems to coat the mage hand, not just puddling in the center of the palm.
You dismiss the mage hand?
Okay.
Does it fall back
It just
down?
splatters
or-
down onto the deck.
Okay, I was so worried.
Corvus will reach into his medical satchel and pull out some gauze, super absorbent material, and put it on it. Does it absorb?
Yes, it absorbs into the material.
Alright, just get cloth or mops or something to absorb it up.
Yeah, Scarlet, sort of watching this ongoings with a somewhat troubled face, just yells below deck, "Someone get a mop and bucket up here!"
And bring another bucket, empty. Okay,
What is happening?
Gift in.
Yeah, Gift is just like casually lobbing little sacred flames into the mass.
Okay.
I like the word little when there's a 30 damage one in there.
You can hear that sort of like little hiss and pop, and the liquid seems to almost move away from the areas that it's been cast at, still catching, but then shifting.
But it's not dissipating.
It's not dissipating.
Gifted
Oh no, you
rounds.
are catching little bits. You are removing tiny bits of it, but it is then shifting away from that impact point.
It doesn't like that. But is it
Wait.
normal? Is it normal for puddles to move away from things?
No, unless it's antipathy to something. This is going to be weird.
Like it isn't already.
Out of character. I'm trying to remember. Gift and use shape water. Use. Yes, that.
Right.
I'm gonna see if I can move it.
You do not seem to get any purchase on this.
Yeah.
Corvus is going to kneel down as everything's happening. Extend
Right in the
his
nose.
extend his arm out over it.
Nothing seems to happen, Corvus.
It's okay. That didn't work. Unless it's not something that can be responded to that. Let's just mop it up at least.
A small, even for a halfling, halfling comes up on deck. She seems to be carrying a bucket and dragging a mop along behind her. Sandy brown hair, quite pale, and just sort of looked a little annoyed about all this. I got your mop and bucket.
Okay.
Cassie Wretch.
What's it? Oh God! What's she been drinking?
Carrick.
I don't know.
After
Yes.
mopping up some, use your mage hand to wring out the mop into the empty separate bucket.
She just
I'd say
tosses
we-
the bucket and mop down on the deck and going, "Not my job," and heads back down below.
That is fine.
It's
Go.
a very advisable move.
Going to.
I don't think any of us are going to blame her for that.
At the point that combat started, if any of the NPCs had been around, so actually would have seen him stop for a second what he was checking, and then just calmly go back to what he was doing when he heard everything calm down.
It's like,
It's like, I have something to do.
Okay. Since I'm probably one of the few people who knows how to use a mop, anyways.
No.
I know how to.
Don't
I
mind
just
me. I'm just doing this
end
while I
up
watch.
fighting people with it.
Gonna start mopping it up and.
That brings up another thing. What does Corvus see?
What around you in this?
Yeah.
It looks as it is right now.
Okay.
Right, who's mopping? Carrick?
Yes.
Right. Yeah, it seems to mop up like any liquid does.
And then trying to mage hand to wring it out into the.
Yeah, this will take some time as it's covered a substantial part of the deck. Down below, Shax. The paneling about 20 feet from you seems to shift on the wall of the airship's interior. And then 15 feet from you, you hear from within it. And that sound seems to be approaching.
Josh is calmly going to draw his pistol
Mhm.
and move over to that spot.
Alright, you can hear movement from within and sound of something tinking against metal within, maybe interfering with some of the ship's systems.
We have a gremlin on board.
Deep
Maybe a
breath,
little blood
and
monster.
is it a removable panel?
Yes,
How high up are we, Ali?
Hold the panel
about 300 feet.
and
Oh, okay.
give it a peer.
Okay, as you move the panel aside, there is a sudden shock of this tealish hair and rather wispy poofy. Frazzled facial hair looks almost burnt as this small gnome gives you a surprised look.
Hello.
Ah! What are you doing?
Helping fix this. What are you doing?
Fixing.
Fair enough.
Ah.
And Josh will go to
Put panel
No,
back
no,
on.
wait. We have problem. Little problem. Big problem, potentially.
What is wrong?
A few of the capacities are blown completely. We do more than idle, move maybe, I don't know, a mile. Ship's just gonna shut down. Well, the engines at least, but I figure that's the main important part.
Hmm. What can we do?
Need replacements.
Do you have the parts on board to make more?
Only to cover half.
Hmm. Can we repair what's left? Use bits and pieces from the broken ones to make new ones.
Maybe a few, but I'm not sure we'll have enough.
If we have enough to keep us running, that'll have to do. I don't know if we can get parts currently.
You take this to engineer? Yes, Chief?
Yes.
Okay. And they just pull the panel back into place, and then you hear that shuffling going off further along the wall.
Jax will take what he's given and go find the head engineer.
Oh my god, gnomes.
Alright. Okay, so you head down to engineering.
I figured by this point he's seen enough gnome engineers crawling around an airship. He's kind of used to that part.
Yeah. Which, have I introduced the Chief yet, is the question.
I don't believe so.
No.
I'll let it Sam Toothless fellow.
It's a dwarf, Claude.
Claude. Okay, good. Right. So you head down to engineering, and yeah, you actually met him when you were first boarding, I believe.
Yeah, clean shaven dwarf.
Yep. Yeah, shocking. And you head in and you see Claude and an unfortunately seemingly crumpled, bloodied human nearby. But Claude just seems to be ignoring that and is checking over systems. Seems to be running some tubing from one panel to another. Come on. We can work this out. We can work this out.
Claude.
Yes, you. You're tall-handed one, right? Can you fix this into place?
I can fix it, yes. I've been told by one of the gnomes that the capacitors are blown. We apparently have enough repairable material for half.
I thought that might be the case. He actually taps a few readouts. You can see here the power keeps fluctuating.
What would we be able to do if we salvage some of the broken ones to cobble together ones that can work?
Could do, but also has the potential to be catastrophic itself.
I mean, I think it's catastrophic regardless, isn't it?
Yeah. Unless we can find replacements, which he sort of motions upwards. We passed a very high-tech place.
True.
Not my ship, not my orders. Ask the captain if she'd be willing, or I don't know. She in charge? You in charge? I don't know. Figure it out.
Personally, I'm not the one in charge regardless, but I will ask.
Okay.
And you need help with this, yes?
Yeah, if you can fix that in while I work on this part.
Yeah, he'll actually start giving a hand on that first.
Yeah, which you can do. It's actually very simple joins that you're doing. No need to roll. But once that's secured in place, he just gives you a nod.
So we'll nod, give a curt bow, and start heading back up to discuss with the group what needs to be done.
All right, Carrick.
And on the way, he's also going to pick up the group of his ship weave stuff that he just thrown to the side when he's getting in to fix the ship and stuff in his bag.
Another muffin bucket has actually been brought up by the gnome. Who's going to join you, if anyone?
Corvus.
Right, so you're both making slow work of this, and even as you're mopping it up, it's leaving this sort of almost dingy stain on the deck. You're going to need something, actual to clean this with, not just a mop of its own liquid.
I'm gonna, when we get to the point where it looks like the stains, I'm gonna try pressing the stain.
Okay, you're going to try pressing the stain. Yeah, at that point, it clearly doesn't affect as much as it should, area-wise, but it does dissipate some.
No, I'm not doing that. That's tempting. It's very tempting. It's very tempting to try that.
Scrim is just sitting down beside Gifton, just watching this happening, going, "You clean up after all your battles."
Gifton is trying to get all of her outfits back into her things so she can get out of this outfit.
Mine are all shoved in one of the bags.
Looking down at you, he seems nonplussed by your outfit.
I'm doing the trying to pull in various ways. That's getting my outfit figured out.
Your inverse clown scarf in your bag.
No, I don't think we usually do the cleaning. Well, maybe Carrick. Carrick is kind of compulsive cleaning and cooking, but no, not usually. I think we're just worried about what that is, and we don't want it on the deck. You ever seen that before? Because that's gross.
No, never seen that before. I have seen what you were before, though.
No, you haven't.
An angel.
That's not me. I'm a fae.
So you say. It makes sense to me. An angel, strong. The fae, not so. It's not your kind.
Captain actually gives him a very cross look at that.
They are weak like twig.
Have you know we were plenty strong.
I understand why you would wish to hide what you are, though.
You are so caught up with the... You haven't even got a... You don't even know what I am. You can't see the freaking tree for the woods right now. I'm a goddamn fae. You just don't understand what fae are. Dumbass.
Your fae kind? They are very little. Pixies, little mischievous things. They cannot do that. They're dryads and do not do that.
Do you wonder why?
Because they are not that.
No, because there's something wrong with them.
Oh?
I
Yeah.
was expecting you to go, we agree.
When they killed our goddess, it fucked us up really bad.
He sort of quirked an eyebrow a bit. The goddess of the fae.
Yeah. You were there. Right? Wait, did they lie? Did you actually not go see Hea?
I saw Hea.
Then you were there. You were at the goddess of the fae.
I do not understand.
Why do you think you needed a fae for the key? They imprisoned Hea in the bones of... you know what? Never mind. I don't know why I'm explaining bullshit to you. Goddamn Southerner.
Do not worry, Northerner.
Your arms looking cross at him.
Do not worry, Northerner. You really are not explaining anything.
Good. Because I'm not sure I'm supposed to.
Shax, as you arrive back up on deck, you can see Carrick and Corvus have mostly done mopping this up, wringing their mops out into a bucket. Which you've basically had to use both buckets for this.
Figured.
Jax will calmly quirk an eyebrow at that and then look around, and I'm assuming spot Gifton sitting beside
I'm sitting on like a step or something over by Scrim.
sitting beside Scrim.
Yeah,
And
she's looking cross as ever and red for various different reasons. Also, she's wearing a really cute pinky purple outfit.
Jax actually walk over, and he looks fancier than usual, even for him.
Glad to see I'm not the only one that's been put into a different outfit.
I see your shift weave has destroyed itself as well.
Yeah, I mean, Carrick's birthday present. Not Carrick's birthday present. Carrick's nightmare.
I'm not. Hey,
Yeah, really, Carrick's nightmare. Those birthday nights.
Yeah, we actually purposely sneak into the inn.
Actually, just call me and go. If you want after you're done here, I can fix it up for you.
No, I can get it. I just gotta put all these back in. It's just gonna take time.
Well, anyways, we have issues that are much more apparent.
Any formless goo creatures with teeth and eyes?
You didn't vomit up a bunch of black liquid, did you?
No, the ship has a possibility of exploding.
Oh, we should land.
That won't help. We need to get new capacitors for it.
Lemon?
What do you mean? We are the one that paid all the money for this damn thing.
Did you scam on the product?
No, I bought a brand new one. It's brand freaking new. Oh.
Jack's actually whizzing him. we need new capacitors, and the head engineer has suggested that we should check out that facility to see if we can get any there.
Oh,
We have
sure.
enough parts to replace roughly half. I can probably, with his help, cobble together about another third of what's left, give or take, to fix up. But beyond that, and we still won't get any speed.
All right. Well, why don't we do that? And if that doesn't work,
Do we have
shopping trip to Winden?
Do we have capabilities of going up? Because it's above us.
And at the very least, we can if we can park up on that, then we can.
The readout check to
figure
be
things
aware
out.
of whether or not that's a capability we
Yeah,
have. Right?
you were told
I'm
this
assuming
thing
that.
could probably travel about a mile or so before it gave out, and
Mhm.
that's well within distance, and idling the ship's not going to be in too much danger.
We've got enough time that we can easily get up there, and then idling it won't put it in any danger while we look for parts.
Well, let's. Can everyone agree to that? Don't
Better than mopping up
necessarily-
another thing.
Yes. Cass, we need to check you out. I don't know what that was.
Oh my.
Your fault.
How was it my fault?
I had to get you out of the empty.
That's what I suspect, that your exposure with that has left you with something.
Also,
Should
while
we
they're
take
then I
you
try
down
to come to
to
take a
doctor?
hand and hit himself.
Ah! Oh, you're doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still at half health.
Right. Oh, goodness. Well, since everyone's around,
Okay, everyone take 27 points of healing.
I actually will take that because I am a messed up little motherfucker because I got lit on fire at one point.
I hear I was about to go freak out as having a short rest.
Scheiße.
I'm guessing some others might still want to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of that because I am at full health, but
I'm 17 off, but that's
all right,
that could
Scrim?
go long haul.
I am just fine.
Stab.
And he sort of looks at the swords in his hand, looks around at all of you, and then
Hey,
just
you want a
sort
scabbard or something?
no, this is a puny weapon anyway. And he just holds it blade first, sort of out towards Cass. And smiles at her.
I'm hoping towards Gifton.
Take big blade, child.
That would have been, of course, the rudest gesture he could have done is offering it.
Exactly.
To
It's probably iron.
He offers it out towards you, Cass.
Cass is going to look at him and just walk away.
Very well. And
Cassie, don't flirt with the Goliath.
and
I
he
would be
just
more concerned about you flirting with him. Care's not here. You talk to him a lot.
That is true, you know.
neither of you are
Fine.
sufficient women for me. And he just drops the sword on the deck.
Ka-dunk.
Not even I.
I do not know what you are beneath that helmet.
He could be a woman.
He's Faye.
He is fey like you.
No, he's not Faye like me. He's Faye.
What are you? Dryad? Naiad?
Either are correct.
I do not know of many
Go
others.
up and find the captain to explain the plan.
Your legs are clearly not Sata.
That is true.
Hadvin holds the buckets. If anything starts to happen, slam your fists into them. Cass, I am serious. We need to check you over.
I like that description.
And you think I thought you were joking?
Yes, you're just standing there.
I'm just slowly laser cleaning the floor with Pestique.
Shax, you walk up to the helm where Scarlet that seems to be on the horn already discussing the predicament. And as you come on over, she glances over at you and goes, been filled in. What have you lot decided?
We will go up and check the facility.
Alright.
It is most prudent for both our and everyone else's survival, and thusly best plan of action.
If things go wrong, I'll take us down to water. We'll do a proper landing and, we'll signal for help.
I do believe also Gifton does have the ability to teleport back to Wyndon if possible, but that seems like it would be a last-ditch effort given the amount of energy that probably takes.
And, well, nothing seems to be happening so far, but she sort of gestures around her at the magical field.
I didn't offer this as the first choice because of the magical field. This is if there's no other option, I can do it.
Doing a little much of tempting fate at this point, but we have to do what we can.
And the ship starts to turn and ascend again.
You want to go with us onto the island, Scrim, or you want to hang out on the boat?
I am a prisoner. I will stay here in my prison.
You are not a prisoner. Oh my god, you're
That is the
basically on a
nicest you've been in a
quest
while
with
about
us.
Are you going to need to leave someone here?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, he's kind of, a proper good Goliath with honor and shit, and he's kind of obeying the thing of going on this quest.
Unfortunately.
Well, I'd say fortunately, because at least it's good leadership quality.
You have put your own feet forward, as you say, yes?
I don't understand that saying.
Showing me trust.
You put your left foot in.
Then I will too put my feet forward.
Well, it would be insulting to, I think, both of us if we don't.
I will not harm the crew. I will not attempt to escape. If you want to take me with you or not, this is no concern of mine. Am I to stay or am I to go?
If you stay, there could be trouble. But if you go, there could be double. I think you like trouble.
This is exciting.
It is. Well, it's going to be really boring on the ship. So,
We hope it's going to be really boring.
I will come and I will promise no harm to you from my hands.
I'm not going to worry about your feet, right? I laugh.
No part of me.
Maybe.
Alright, so the ship ascends towards the floating island, which is now much lower as well, so it's not too much of a trip. About 10 minutes of very careful, slow ascent before you come near the facility, which, yeah, it's a rather sizable facility. You could even compare it to, say, one of the buildings in the keep in Wyndon. Looking at shacks, it's a somewhat familiar design. You guess from the outside it probably hosts about 50 personnel or so.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a airship landing dock, which is thankfully not on the side that seems to be mostly torn apart and exploded.
The one that's blown out.
Is it a position we can actually use it?
Yes, it is indeed.
Okay, so it's upright. That's a good thing.
Yep. Yeah. The even after falling, this seems to have kept itself orientated.
Yeah, fall straight down, float straight up.
And the ship is taken in to dock alongside the facility. It's not a full landing platform, but it is enough to basically secure the ship against it. And a ramp is lowered onto the metal decking.
Can Corvus assess anything with casts, or is it all kind of
Give
hand wave?
Well, how are you assessing her? What do you want to check?
Well, patient willing. Look in her mouth, see if there's any remains of whatever.
Just swab it out a little bit.
Is patient willing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not gonna bite him.
No, not this
So
time.
you check as best you can. You look down the back of her throat the best you can. There seems to be some of the liquid, but in the sense of the little remnants you'd expect after that kind of thing.
He will gather things to say drink, wash, slush, spit.
-1 DKP for Carrick.
If I polymorph into
Yeah.
a horse and you look at my
If
mouth,
you
that would count.
if you do rinse and spit, cast gargle a bit, that water seems a little blackened, just a tiny bit, and her mouth seems clear.
He's just gonna do another thing of this, just double checking things.
Okay, right. You cast Lesser Restoration on her once more.
And he's gonna drop, well, the Aura of Life has dropped. And he's gonna see if there's any reaction to this. He's gonna hold out his hand again. It's gonna glow.
Nope. No reaction that you can tell.
Hmm. I can't see any of your further ailment with this, but you did say that the thing was suffocating you, like it entered.
If I remember correctly, yes. It grabbed me when I was trying to pull you out of whatever happened, and then I guess it's been sitting inside me for a year.
Why so? Why was it just sit? The magic failings caused it to. You look fine. You look like yourself as far as what I can see. Right, Allie?
Yep, your special eyes are not picking up anything untoward.
I can read through mine books and reconfigure some of the knowledge that I have, but for this day, this is as best as I can do. There is something that I could do, but I don't know what the reaction will be, considering you are one of many things. And it may be wise to do it in a generously safer environment if we wish to pursue this. You mentioning that to put the goop into the empty, which we will do, but what I was going to do when I was away from it was try to force it back into its own space. Maybe I can do that to you and you yourself, and any residual is left in place. And then you will come back a moment or two later.
Okay, repeat that.
I can cast something on you to make you go away for a short time. Just you go away.
I know what he's gonna do to you.
If there is something else residing in you, it may be separate from you, where it doesn't read you as the same entity and it's left behind. Think of it like an inverse removal of a parasite.
I want to see what happens when you banish a Nephilim.
Yeah, that's the other thing. But the situation is,
And then Cass doesn't come back.
the situation is, if from what our activities the last year have said that you are not, or maybe not from this realm, so it's worrisome. The book that you are reading.
What?
The book from Lady Gentle.
Okay.
It was about you. What you are? Is that correct?
Yeah.
I don't know how that this spell, this banishment, have on someone like you.
I can tell you, Gifton won't come back from where you probably send her.
Yeah.
Well, I might not come
Actually, I'd
back,
guess.
and then that would be on you. And she's going to pat him on the side of the face.
Again, last resort idea. Unless something develops to warrant such activities. I would say just gag a bit. I don't know. Cough.
Give her something to make her vomit.
Tell her to
I
stick her hand
mean,
down her throat.
That is actually something a doctor
yeah, I
can
know.
do.
It's
Speriomus.
yeah, just a second. This is
Go to the vomitorium with gas.
stay here. It will come
They
back
haven't
up.
gone out and had a dinner date yet.
Gifton, Carrick, Telday, if you want, could you come down to below deck?
Gifton's shoulders shag as she looks over at Scrim as she has to start climbing down some stairs.
Corvus will go find another bucket.
Like assistance.
No.
Do we know about the whole familiar thing, by the way?
Yeah.
With Gifted
In relation to Dingus.
and Dingus?
Should.
Yeah, you did the ritual with me.
Gif-
it was
Gif-
like 6 to 8 months ago, and I don't really remember it so good now.
Gifted,
Yeah.
why don't you go bring Dingus back? I've got the
Well,
stuff out of my room.
It's a lot of diamond dust.
Carrick. Merrick appears on his shoulder.
Yeah, you're a
There is
wizard.
no diamond dust for 5 million.
No time.
Dingus
No, but
is
she's thinking
your
of it.
familiar.
Oh.
Dingus is your familiar. You should be in a safe spot, right?
Oh, that's right. Dingus is my familiar. Oh my gosh.
Do you?
Wait. Shit, how do I cast that again? I wasn't paying attention last time.
When we fingers with. Wow, that's
You
weird.
go, "Dingus,
When we
come
finish with Corvus, well, I've got the brazier in my room. We'll go and I've got enough extras so you can do it again.
Yay, we could do that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. You mean he's not dead?
You shouldn't be. You should be.
Oh my god.
Would you like to sit on my shoulder with Merrick while we go down the stairs? You don't have to walk down them.
I want some of my dignity today.
Okay. Gonna pat Merrick on the head
Oh, what is taking them so long?
and head down the stairs. See what we're in trouble with now.
Right.
Wait, why am I not somebody's familiar by now? I don't want to die.
I am unsure that I can actually cast that on you.
Excuse me, Brian.
Okay.
The transfer will put you underneath someone's service permanently, magically.
Ooh, I'm gonna ask Roselle.
I was just
Yeah.
not care, but
Elsewhere, Kaz looking up like something feels wrong.
Cast.
Well, actually,
hold
technically.
this.
Oh wait, no. Wait, does that mean that Roselle can summon care to him?
Kara's not as familiar.
No.
Blood to me.
He's sworn to his. Get this looking right about
Right,
this.
you'll give her up downstairs.
In that case,
Uh,
let's think about wedding vows for a moment, shall we, Gifted?
Corvus wraps something sort of grape size.
Is it a grape?
It's not a grape.
What? I
Eat
can free
this.
ride to Winden if I get Roselle.
You. No, it's not a grape. You will likely retch.
So it's a
is it a
grape.
cranberry?
You don't like grapes?
Slimy little purple balls.
Just eat it. It is not a grape.
It's a prune.
It better not be.
No, it's gonna be a cranberry. Have you ever
She
eaten
isn't
raw
gonna throw
cranberry?
up again, is she? Do you got a bucket?
Yes,
for her?
I am forcing her
That's
to throw
eating it.
up.
Give her a bucket.
Alright.
She
You get
has
a
a
bucket?
bucket.
What have you intended to just feed her here, Corvus?
Just some very noxious herbs. So if she gets poisoned, she gets poisoned.
Uh,
Oh
But
my
it's
um,
purposely to make
Cass,
her
I'd like a
wretch.
con save from you, please.
Oh, this is unfortunate.
You could have went for sicken. You could have went for sicken. You didn't need to go for poison.
Second poisoned.
Save.
You make a medical roll and just make something designed to make her throw up.
Alright, Cass, this is very disgusting, and you have to force it down.
Is it a grape?
Congratulations, you force it down.
Oh no, I don't know what you put into you.
Good
But, oh.
grief.
And she
Hey,
doesn't
sir,
throw up.
You need to summon us
Are
in
you sure?
order to see Cassiopeia not throw up.
Oh my god.
Oh.
See, even the dog's angry about this.
Cass, I'm sorry.
Where is?
It feels very
this spell
acrid
do?
at the back of your throat.
Oh.
Oh no, just let it happen. Let them
Okay, and apparently Corvus blasts the wall near beside you with a ray of sickness.
Ah,
Why are you shooting magic around willy-nilly?
I'm trying to make her throw up.
Cass, do you want to put your fingers down your throat?
Corvus,
Wait,
Corvus
wait,
is just
wait.
gonna put on his glove and shut it.
Cassie, I want you to close your eyes.
Mouth burning,
Alright.
Cassie.
I need you to think really hard about this, okay? Remember when we went to the bathhouse in Dulvewood? Remember Thaldir in the bathhouse. I want you to picture it in your mind. Hold it there.
Cass is just kind of shifting a little bit. Then all of a sudden, just.
Oh.
Ah, there we go.
Right, well, Cass throws up. And what did you eat yesterday, Cass?
I don't remember.
Well, you remember
It was-
now. As you bring it up.
we can't tell either.
No real black liquid or anything, just normal vomit.
There, see? I didn't even
Remember
need
all those
science.
carrots and corn.
Well, I didn't go to the bathhouse to experience that either, so
Well, if you
That
had,
would explain many things.
I can recreate the image for you.
no. So making you sick is near impossible otherwise. That's wonderful to know.
They touched the ground, Corvus.
Uh-huh.
Cass is shuddering and just.
They wobble to and fro.
Just go feed often.
Regardless,
Ground gift.
I don't think there's any residual, but just have to make sure. You are you are under observation, Cass. I'll figure out some more things tomorrow.
Is this any different from usual?
Yes, because it is a profession. It is called administering medical knowledge as a doctor.
So, but on the deck.
Yes.
Never mind. We should go look.
No, we need to discuss it. It is likely what Cass and I experienced when we traveled through the empty. It's just maybe had some sort of adverse effect with the magic going all weird.
Could it also have been a gestational period?
It could have been. I don't really know. That's why I have part of it, to see if I can figure anything. Cass.
You?
To see if I can figure anything out from it. But there's pressing matters at hand. And he puts the vial back in his pocket.
It's like the masked man in the wall.
She's like, oh yeah, I guess the vomit monster probably takes precedence over the
So-
masked man.
I mean, I did tell you that I didn't see anyone.
So it was just me that saw it.
So what?
The masked
She
man.
kept going on about the masked man in the middle of the boat.
There was a masked man in the middle of the boat. You didn't see him either?
All I remember was asking for magic to come back,
He
and
did this thing, and she like draws across her face like a smiley face.
I did not
What
have
did he
much
look
time to
like?
see anything. I was too busy hitting the floor.
What did he look like, Gifton?
was in a robe with a mask.
The coincidence or not, we do know of one individual who's done the same action.
You?
No, the dreamer or consciousness of it. You remember when it took your form, Carrick, and it
Still liquidy.
made the little smiley face in its liquidy body?
I mean, it took my form multiple times.
Well, when it
yeah.
first manifested, yes.
I've never seen the creature, so I don't know, and I don't recall any of this.
Carrick,
No,
yes,
was
you
it-
would recall this, Carrick. This did in fact happen.
Yes, but he still looked like me.
Get
I've
it?
never
Yeah.
actually seen him as anything other
No,
than me.
the first time it raised
It
out
was
of the
just a
liquid.
blob. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
just blob.
Yeah,
That's
no.
right.
Yeah, no.
Pop. Look like this.
Guess that it does not look like that.
Shake head. Mm-mm.
What did mask like mine, like Corvus's?
Mm-mm.
What did the mask look like?
Gifton's gonna shift through her gear because luckily I do have some of my gear, and she's gonna pull out a mirror and hold it in front of her face, like this.
Religion rolls, anybody, including you, now that you're working through it.
Fucking Maris.
The hell's religion in this? There it is.
Actually, you know what? Fucking, yeah.
Directly below
Wow.
persuasion.
His
Alphabetical.
30
You're just rolling gnats tonight, eh?
Well,
only on knowledge.
15s and over, which tell day, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Doesn't
yeah.
care about the gods.
Robe, mirrored mask is a fairly common depiction of Mirrors.
Okay. Sounds like it'd be Mirrors.
That does seem the most likely answer from that.
Yes, what's here?
But he did this, that she makes motions in the air, like he was doing the wires in Among Us. And then everything started again.
Yeah, her motions look like she's weaving or tying something together.
Perhaps reconnecting the threads of magic.
Maybe. I don't know. He looked at me and he did the weird motion with his hand. And then he kept working. And then he was gone.
Corvus looks very confused.
What was the motion, by the way? Because I already forgot
Grabbing
It's
two
basically
strands,
drawing a
tying them
smiley
on the
face
end.
Oh,
across
that.
his mirror.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what the Dreamer did the first time you met him. Well, I met him.
Oh, I don't want to think about that.
and you reached out for magic to return.
Yes, he holds up his arm.
But oh, I have horrible thoughts.
Hmm?
Well, like Corvus always says, there's like a lot of eyes in the empty. And
Yes, there's
Mirrors-
a lot of stuff.
Mirror stuff is a lot of eyes.
Well, so is Roselle and Razzle, whatever
Well,
the other
yeah.
one
Yeah,
is.
but he's
They
Mirrors.
serve Mirrors.
They serve Mirrors. They're Mirrors angels. That's
Are you-
a marking of them. But
Are you
I'm just
thinking Mirrors is watching the empty too?
Or
what if
is
the
they're one
empties-
and the same?
No, what if the empty is just like a big fake?
It's just Mirrors, the reverse of them.
Well, he's the god of duality. Who knows what he's doing? I mean, you know, great way to fuck with people, right?
And we know he's kept stuff from his own angels, so
Yeah,
It would
who
not be a
knows?
far stretch to be keeping things from the other gods or pretending something is something it isn't.
The angels know.
Oh man, what a prank that would be if you made the other gods believe that there was a great elder god coming to get them and that actually didn't exist.
I mean, that was not the part I was saying was faked, but sure.
Think for a moment.
I try to do that all the time.
Is that the angels know that there's a
Hard, but I
place
try.
where they go to die?
Yeah,
And
because they were told by the gods.
They were told by the gods.
Yeah, they don't know other than they were told by the gods.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what I just.
And the only
Oh.
the only being I've ever spoken with in there is Dreamer.
And he did the same
You
action.
know, this is vomit talk. And I feel like
Also, yeah, this room's starting to smell a bit. By the way,
I want to go find those parts before the ship explodes.
That would be a good idea. Would you like
This
to
may
go-
be
Tell Dick, I'll take
have a
a ride if you don't
conversation
mind.
with
Of course.
a
Thank
certain
you.
friend that we know.
We'll lean down and offer.
Thank you, Cass. You are
Okay,
free to
Bob.
go. I'll take your
Unfortunately, you don't have the opulent amount of shoulder space I would expect of a man of your stature.
Were you told how long it would take us to get over there?
Not terribly.
almost coincidentally,
ding ding. We're here.
you guys can fit in a short rest amongst all this conversation.
Yay!
About half
Yay!
hour goes by after this.
I would like to spend 2 hit dice, if I may, during my short rest.
Yes, go for it.
Dad's gonna point out it takes an hour to get
Yay.
Dingus back.
I will take 2 hit dice myself.
Is an hour a short rest?
An hour is a short rest.
If you bring the stuff, I'd like to do that. Can we get Dingus back?
You can, but I don't think ritual casting a spell will let you take a short rest.
Oh,
You
yeah.
won't.
Well, I want to take the short rest. I
Okay.
need it. I need it. We'll get him after.
Okay.
Yeah, if that's the first
I
level
would-
spell slot, you could just expend the spell slot.
Still an
No,
hour
but
casting time.
It's
Yeah.
just an hour casting time for it, though, regardless.
Unfortunately, if I
And
could
I'll
use
be
mine to
honest-
do it, I would totally do
honest,
it.
I actually don't have it prepared today. I know. So
Somebody didn't think this was a priority, I guess.
I mean, it's been like 8 months, and
She
it
also
hasn't. I
has-
forgot I
What
even
exactly?
casted at one point. I got walked through it once by character, and that was it.
All right,
I would
so
totally take my short rest to bring him back for you, but that doesn't work.
there is you all get your rest in, and there is a chime that goes through the ship of the comm. Basically, you hear Scarlet's voice going, "Right, we've docked. If you all want to go over, now's the time."
Gonna pull the mask up since I still hadn't put it back up. During that short rest, could we have those of us who can we have had our clothes put back in?
Yes.
Shift weave. Okay.
Yay! I'm not scantily clad.
I wasn't sure if that's something we had to actually recreate Shift Weave for or not.
No.
No, I figured we'd
You
have
can
to, I
feed
think
it back
was
in.
just it just got shoved out. It got defaulted.
Okay. All right. So you'll.
Gifton's leaving the negligee in though. 'Cause she needs that for when.
Yeah, you guys don't see it, but the moment she steps through the portal home, she's basically turning into that.
I basically knock on the door for Care to open the door when I get home, and I'm already dressed. Children, go away.
Yes,
I just
Go
imagine
away.
she has the familiar go away spell on all the children somehow.
you'll head up above deck, and yes, the ship is docked. The ramp going down to essentially a small railed platform that leads to a door into the facility.
I've never been in a Hexenreich facility before.
This
Yeah,
is
interesting.
all you, Shax.
Before we step in,
Mhm.
I can make an Arcana check to see if I can figure out if about the magic.
About the magic?
Grim's coming with us, right?
Are we
Yes.
still being? Is it all gone? Like in this facility, or are we
Ignore
back
that.
into
Sorry, misclick.
the
Well,
testy thing?
are you still in the anti-magic field? Is what you're asking, or Not the
Or
anti-magic,
original
the
version,
arcane
whatever it
storm.
Yes.
Yes, you are still in the arcane storm. It seems a lot more stilled than it was when you first came into it.
Hey, Cassie.
Can I
Just in
get?
case,
oh.
like, anything bad happens, can you lend Scrim that really big axe you have that you don't use anymore?
I don't have it.
Oh, you got rid of it? Okay.
I gave it to the guys that we shoved into the Fae.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
You shoved people into the Feyworlds.
Yeah, I do that.
So you do have some cruelty to you.
She's Fae.
Yes.
Is that by any chance high enough to know if we can cast anything safely in here or not?
I will. You can figure with how it's stilled that you can probably cast somewhat higher spells than you were able to before. You've seen magics that you know out of character at level 4 about that power gauging. You've seen those
Level 5.
cast seemingly safely.
Okay.
Mass Cure Wounds was level 5.
Okay, level 5. You've seen cast safely. Don't
Is
know.
this as still as we were when we were first happened?
More still. This is more still than when you actually passed into it for the first time.
Just so everyone knows, judging roughly what we've cast hasn't said anything off, but I don't think I'd go any stronger for spells.
You want to go to the Fae, Scrim?
No, I have no desire to go there.
It's really nice.
I have seen my men dragged away by treants. I have no desire to go to the Fae.
I thought you said Fae were weak.
Once you cut down their trees, yes.
Hey, leave my tree alone on the ship.
If it does not come to life and drag me away, I shall leave it be.
Well, that's the fastest way home.
Oh, don't tell them that.
What it is.
Second fast. Oh, even for fastest.
Going to start moving while they're talking.
Uh-huh.
Moving towards them.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. The fastest way home is clearly
Should Shax, should we take Claude with us?
I know the parts, and I do not wish to put him in danger.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
which, by the way, Shax, you would have actually been given one of the ruined ones, so you know what his figure look like.
Nice.
I wasn't
I
aware
think
that
I'd
you.
also brought him one of the rude ones to begin with.
Mhm.
So
I wasn't
There's a
aware
couple
you
of
Do
them
your
really
were
people
familiar.
usually build on like weird flying rocks? Is that like a thing? Is
Well, when there's
Hexenite like
something
all flying
interest-
rocks?
well, when there's something to investigate in that area, yes. So my guess is they want to investigate, well, this storm. And that seems to have caused them a problem. As evidenced by the fact that a quarter of the building is missing.
How old does it look like it's been missing? Has this been sitting here for a long time, or is this relatively new?
Must mean this is new when the dragon went crazy.
Wow.
What kind of role would that be?
Architectural design.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
Let me
if I
check
had
this.
a dwarf right
Stoneworker.
If we had a dwarf right now, we would have been
I mean,
made.
the worst part, of course, is with the sudden drop and everything, the dust has been redistributed.
yeah.
So
I will allow an investigation at disadvantage.
Okay.
can anyone or just Corvus?
Anyone that wants to.
If I had
I'll
proficiency in stone carver's tools, could I get advantage? Or at least normal.
Do you think anybody's alive in
no, I'll still ask a disadvantage, but I will give you a lower DC.
Okay.
Could I argue history based
Cass.
on designs or
No.
how it looked? Okay.
Cass, it's not wood.
If someone was alive, they may not be alive anymore.
No.
Alright.
No.
And then it all falls apart because it was really old and
Yeah.
Did you notice how many times I hit that?
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
Carrick,
Yes.
you would guess that the damage here is about 3 weeks old at the longest.
Maybe they don't speak for ass.
Less than a month old.
Captain, don't do that again. Well, it's pointless. Just do it.
Okay.
It could be.
Are you actually listening out once you've yelled that, Giffen?
Yeah, I am.
Perception check then, please.
Huh? Or
All
everyone?
we hear is, "Hello, my toasties."
Oh
busy.
no!
I'm gonna vote I
Toasties!
can't. I'm gonna vote I couldn't either way because I just got deafened by.
Right.
Yeah, the rest of you are already a bit preoccupied.
No, you're on someone's shoulder, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
tell Day
cast-
that was loud.
Yeah, I'm gonna give myself advantage.
I'm glad
Okay.
I don't have eardrums to blow out.
You just have a blown out speaker.
And then I'm gonna wheel myself.
You're gonna wheel yourself.
I'm gonna wheel myself.
Wheel
Where's
yourself
my
higher.
All right,
you.
19.
Oh.
Right, Gifton.
It's better than once.
You're not sure whether it's the creaking of the facility. There's the occasional sort of odd metal sound as something shifts, but you can swear you hear a little tink, 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 tink.
There's somebody
Oh.
there.
That?
There's somebody there.
Oh, where?
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 I cannot see where you are pointing.
It's very hard to tell from out here.
I can hear them tapping on metal inside.
Then we should go in and we should be careful.
Maybe they need help. Maybe they're trapped.
Then we
Shacks.
should go in and we should be careful.
But,
Because if something collapsed on them, it might collapse on us too.
yes.
Oh,
Shacks.
But because they're from Hexenreich, they may not necessarily be friendly.
That also.
This established.
I'm at like 100% Hexenreicher friendly
Hello?
right now.
Hi, Corvus.
Okay.
Lots of people are talking, so
Yeah, I know. I wasn't sure if it was that or I wasn't being heard. 'cause
Guys, I
we've
was
had
in the
that
middle of
issue.
saying something else, so I wasn't able to acknowledge you in the middle of the sentence.
What would be stationed here? Is it research lab or military outpost?
Both.
Oh, so any number of things.
Generally had soldiers on them.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
And
good.
as a researcher, I was also ex-military, so
Dual purpose.
right. Are we going to attempt entry?
I would like to
I
check
will,
the
yeah.
Scram, can you open the door?
If
We
you
are the
want-
Tarnstead Trading Company. We have a warrant.
Is it locked?
It is a wheeled bulkhead door. As in, it's got a turn wheel at the center of it.
I can't do
keep
that.
what's in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that up to one of the strength-based people because that
Yeah.
might be a good
Harlan,
idea.
open the door.
Harwin will lumber forward, and those long claws made for cutting in a natural fashion
Yeah.
will try and grasp the turn wheel. And there's that horrible sound as they start to dig into the metal.
Okay, Harlan, stop.
This might be.
Cassiopeia, would you be
Cast.
capable of turning that?
Cass is just going to walk up to it and just start prying the thing open.
Left or right, Cass? Left. Okay.
Lefty Lucy, righty tighty.
Right. It doesn't budge.
Hexenreichers, they're backwards.
My strength
I'm
has
thinking.
failed me.
Yeah,
Try the
you
other
cannot
direction.
force it any further. You'll turn it right.
The other way.
Yeah, I'll push it the other way.
Okay, it turns very fast.
She rolled one
Really
higher.
fast.
Yep, Hexenreichers are backwards people.
Yep. Didn't you all know Corvus was left-handed?
And you hear the gunk, gunk as it finishes turning.
Now the door's open.
I think she probably has to pull the thing open. God doesn't have to pull to the wall.
You're pulling?
It's reverse.
Right,
Push.
Oh no, it's push.
You're pushing and pulling?
Yeah.
It doesn't
Do it,
budge
bro.
either way.
Does it go up? Slide?
Left.
Kick?
Nope.
Left, Cass.
Lifting doesn't work.
I'm gonna make
Yeah.
perception or investigation to try to figure out.
Okay,
How is it
investigation.
So what we did was we relocked the door.
Does Thief
We locked
Tools
it, yeah.
give me advantage on this?
Might happen.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you think she might have just locked it.
I believe
I
you just
think you
relocked the
just
door.
locked it.
She's just rolled low enough.
Other fucking way.
Right, it rolls easily the other way. And you
Now
hear the
I'm trying-
kafunk kafunk.
I'm kicking the door.
Oh, it pushes open pretty easily.
I'm kicking the fucking door.
Okay,
It wasn't locked.
it was not locked, no.
Ah, yes, I'm familiar with this. I'm familiar with this trick. I've done it as a DM. The door was never locked.
More
Step
fun
one,
with a turn wheel.
Marcus,
Right, you kick it and it'll budge forward a bit, but these are not made to swing readily, so it just goes inwards a few inches when you kick it. You want to push it the rest of the way? Yeah.
Yes.
Right, you push it most of the way, but you feel it hit something. It's mostly open. You could easily fit through, but you can see a leg on the other side. Just a pair of legs on the floor.
Is it dark inside?
It is dimly lit. There are lights still in the ceiling that are flickering.
I'm pulling. Cass is pulling out her goggles of night.
Is it just legs on the ground?
They seem to be going behind the door.
Oh,
Just maybe go around the door and look.
Shax.
Yeah, you move on in, Shax, and there is a dead Hexenriker in what looks like to be a private's uniform, just sort of slumped. Body's not exactly fresh. Seems he's been dead. Well, you're not entirely sure, but it's definitely not fresh.
Medicine that.
You want to investigate it? Medicine it?
Jack's just going to go. Seems he's been dead a bit, and he's just going to leave it be.
You say about
That's
six
not
six
too
weeks,
relief.
Corvus.
Yeah, it's been dead about 6 weeks. The decomp.
Split up and start looking for
Wait,
parts.
before we do anything, what I was trying to do
Fine.
last time with the goo,
Yeah.
I can talk to dead.
But you could probably do that, but maybe we should start looking.
We could figure out if there's anything that we should be worried about.
But the ship's gonna explode.
No.
and-
Shax?
Perhaps
We should take care of that first.
Shax, can I see that thing that you have?
Shax will pull it out, look at Gifton for a second on Tilde's shoulder, and offer it to Tilde.
Tilde will take it and then reach up.
Alright, I'm gonna look at it really good, and I will try to do this.
Okay, object. Oh, let's see.
I want to find objects like this. I don't know if it works like that, but you know.
It's
I'm reading it.
multiple objects.
I locate the nearest
Before you
object
do that,
particular kind.
since I'm guessing you know it is, have someone put it in a bag of holding, then cast it.
Of a particular kind, yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
yeah, it can
yeah.
in fact do this.
I want to find one that's not broken. That's what I want to do.
Um,
That's the particular
okay.
kind. I'm
Yeah, you get a sort of pulling on you and deep into the facility.
Tell the part's that way.
I shall go that direction.
Is it?
One of you wishes to stay with Corvus to interrogate the dead. That is up to you.
That might not be a bad idea to find out about the person that might be here still.
I may
Sorry, I
be
hit it
able
again.
to converse with any Hexenriker anyways.
The cuss words aren't enough, Tilde.
I know far more than cuss words.
Okay.
But I can find one of these, but you might want to do your thing still, Corvus, because you'll learn about the facility. I can't do that. Okay?
Yeah.
But we'll go get the part. And if anything bad happens, yell.
I don't think it's.
Receiver.
Can you yell?
Why don't we just use the radios?
Did we bring the radio?
I don't know. I have mine because mine's always in my pouch.
I don't
Who
have
had the
mine.
radio?
Dingus has
RG.
Cass had one. Had the
Cass
box
had the main
last time.
main box, yeah.
But
Yeah.
that got taken away from me.
No. You kept leaving it in your room.
Well, then the DM is going to say that if no one knows
Yeah.
who has it, that it has been basically left back in Beacon, as no one
Yep.
kept track of it.
Yep.
Okay, so
You should pick it up at some
all
point,
right,
probably.
well,
But yeah.
me and Tilde will send you a sending or something like that, or I will yell really loud if anything bad happens. Okay, but we're heading in this direction.
I'm
Should
coming
we
with you.
not just go willy-nilly into a place we know nothing about?
If
Yes.
it's like
Time.
2 games, that is not too far, and we do again
Just-
time.
I'm gonna start going.
Mhm.
Scrim, do you want to come with us, or do you want to stay with them?
He is going to speak with the dead.
Yeah.
I do not wish to be around such foulness.
Okay.
Spirits should be left to rest, and he will actually follow along with you.
Alright.
Also, Shax is going to calmly pull out a lantern and flick open the bullseye on it.
Okay.
I will occasionally give directions to Tilde. Alright, Corvus, do your thing.
Corvus stands up and follows.
Okay.
I thought aren't you gonna do the dead thing?
It's pointless if half the most of the group just goes off.
Half and half. Two
Half
teams.
and half. It's 2 teams.
I thought everyone was leaving.
No.
There's literally
Oh,
two
okay.
people.
It's literally,
it was
literally Tilde
Tilde and Gifton and me, because we know where a part is.
All right, so Carrick, Cass, and Corvus are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're leaving
Okay.
the seas there.
I thought that was players' mistake.
Yeah, and the thing is it doesn't change the fact that what you're doing is still a good idea. There's no reason to not do it. It's just you don't need that many people there to talk to a dead body who can't talk to the dead body.
Yeah.
I mean, they're basically going to sit there and watch you do something they don't understand for a
We're gonna
while.
let you have a conversation with the dead body in which the dead
They
body
can't
can't actively attack back.
Yeah.
Okay, so the group splits in half. Tilde, RG, Gifton, and Skrillim heading deeper into the facility. Not RG.
Yes, Shax.
Yes, Shax, that's the word. Shh. She's here in spirit.
Oh no, talk with RG.
Head deeper into the facility. Corvus, you going to speak with Dead?
Yep.
Okay.
So I have 5 questions.
Right, you spend 10 minutes casting this. Oh no, it's duration 10 minutes. Instant cast.
Duration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
it's about the same amount of time as I
Yeah.
have on my spell.
yeah, you cast it, and the corpse suddenly jerks slightly, and you hear that.
What happened here?
Madness. Flame. Gunfire.
Madness, flame, gunfire? Was it caused by individuals? Or was it magical?
Question 2 and 3.
Many. Not all. Magic and blade.
Did the facility go into lockdown?
Tried to hold them. Tried to flee.
Got 1 question left.
Were there any other means of escape?
No escape. No escape. No escape. And the corpse stills.
The things that did this may still be here.
Need to cast it again. You want to find out what the facility was for?
No.
Oh.
Please not on this
Just keep
dude.
harassing the body. Poke, poke, hey.
Are you still dead? Are you still dead?
I said,
He's dead.
can't do it on this dude again, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's done after this dude.
All right, find another dude.
Find
but
higher ranked
for-
pips.
How many pips does this guy have? One?
Private, so.
Private.
Yeah.
Can you tell the others that the things that did this may still be in the facility?
I mean, frankly, that took about 20 seconds of questioning, and I assume you cast it
Yeah, we're
immediately.
probably not that far away.
They're just like at the end of the hallway.
Guys, I'm done.
This way. Go catch up.
Hold up.
No, I can only go as fast as my Telday goes.
Just Today,
It does
slow
not slow down
step.
or
I
speed
have
up.
a bum leg.
It has one speed. Scrim's going faster than us, so we have to speed up.
Scrim.
This is where you point out that Corvus can triple move respectfully.
I swore Scrim just sped up when you said that.
The Scrim's actually stopped. Scrim seems awfully uncomfortable, by the way. These are not exactly big hallways.
They're not big hallways.
Cautionary warning aside, the things that did all this may still be here. They're from magic, people, gunfire, flame, madness.
Oh, so you mean crazy Hexenwreckers?
Yeah, Shax. That sounds way familiar.
That sounds very familiar.
The individual said that there was no escape. So, if there was no escape, then they're still here. Or they're dead.
The dragon probably killed some of them.
Or
likewise.
Or they had control of, the other way, the airships that would use that. Yeah.
Or the dragon was the one who used to be here.
That too.
Okay.
We're
Many
out
facilities.
of,
Let
Real
us
quick.
just move cautiously. That's all I wanted us to be on the
Already
same page
planning to
about.
do so.
where was the damage
That
compared
way.
to where we entered? Since
Better
we-
safe than sorry.
The damage is to your west. The location that you're heading towards is a bit more east, although it is center of the facility.
Okay, so it's not close
There's
to where
an
we are.
old
No.
brownie saying you can either get trapped in the barrel overnight, or you can rush the shadows. I like to rush the shadows.
We should get moving.
Yes. Kirkson,
Oh, I did get stuck in the barrel overnight. That was a really sad time.
Right. As you all.
Do you have small barrels?
No,
If a barrel's designed to be watertight,
you
she's
remember the
not
general
going to get out.
store in Tarnstead?
So you didn't have like small barrels for.
Oh, I was stealing flour.
Oh.
That sounds like a mess.
It was.
Do you
yes,
do it
let's
grain by
continue.
grain?
Ha ha! Out of character.
No, I had a sack.
A few grains at a time, then.
Ah, yes. Bread for weeks. You don't even understand.
And you guys keep moving. And as you're moving, you can hear again the tink, 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 tink.
Shax,
We're getting closer. Can you hear us?
should we be
Yep.
worrying about
Tap faster if you hear
traps
me.
or anything?
Unless they've set up new ones, there weren't generally
You
ones. and,
speak for
like,
us?
Most of the traps or threats that the people attempted to leave were the guards with
Tink,
guns.
tink, tink, tink,
Okay.
Sprechen de Fey.
tink, 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 tink. This
Hey,
sound seems to be coming from a slightly different direction than your ping is telling you to go.
My ping's telling me that the part's that way, but the ting ting's over that way. Do we want to try and find the person first or the part? I think we should find the person because they're alive. We should help them.
And if
Am I able
they
to investigate to figure out if the tapping is code?
You can do a investigation. Actually, yeah, straight intelligence roll.
Carrick's
I will
not
make
going to,
great
'cause
intelligence.
code is not a thing for him.
Yeah, he
the
was military,
plus
so.
side to that, Gifton, is if we find them, they may know where parts are too.
Yeah, and well, I mean, people are more important than parts,
Yeah.
other than the fact that we don't want to die.
It's not any code that you recognize, Shax, but it's definitely way too steady to just be random noise.
Can I also reiterate that there was a madness and individuals destroying this place?
I mean, that sounds entirely like Shaxton's story about what happened to him in Hexenreich, so I'm kind of figuring it was more of less the same here.
Fellows Morgani went insane.
Are you? Which direction are you heading? Are you splitting? What's going on? The tapping is coming more to the east. The signal that you need to follow for the part is into the center of the facility.
Let's
we
just
could
all go.
do what we were starting. to
Yeah,
do.
do you guys want to go find the person, and then me and Tilde and Shax will go find the thing?
That sounds like a good plan.
Sure.
All right, we'll split the party. Bye, guys.
Might it be better to send the Hexenreicher to the possible other Hexenreicher, though?
Oh, Hexenreicher.
He would know what we're looking for compared to.
Yes.
Sounds like you need a Hexenreicher per group.
Yeah, but Corvus is a Hexenreicher, and he'd be going with you, Carrick, right?
An unfamiliar face is still an unfamiliar face. It doesn't matter if it's...
I know I would welcome a friendly tongue right now.
Right.
Is that like a thing with Goliath? Do you like greet each other with your tongues?
What?
I am guessing he means...
We all
friendly
use our
words.
tongue to greet each other.
That would be my...
Yeah.
That would be my...
Gift is
Place
giving him a
specialty.
weird look.
Yeah, he's giving you a weird look as well, a little confused.
That would be my place of specialty, I guess.
So do you just like lick each other when you meet?
What? No, we speak words. What strange customs do you have?
You said you used your tongue.
Yes. How do you form
The
sounds?
other gentleman,
I can also
while
speak
these
Hexenreich, so...
people are just...
He's talking to you, Carrick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I said you and Corvus are both capable of speaking it.
Yes. Okay.
Alright, so what's our new split?
What's the
I think it's the same.
It's the same.
It's the
There's
same.
no reason. There was no reason to change the split. There's literally a Hexenreicher, somebody who speaks Hexenreich. Cassie's strong. It's perfect. It's
Alright.
good.
Okay.
One Hexen does have a military outfit, so it's...
Right.
You know,
So we're going to call
The C team and the not C team.
yeah, Team 1 and
wait,
Team
shit,
A.
Showing up.
Gifton's Team 1.
This is Team Scrim.
Yeah, we'll head deeper into the center of the facility, as Team A will head more towards the eastern side of it. Alright. Team 1 heading into the center of the facility. You bump into a few obstacles, bulkheads that have been sealed, quite a few bodies, unfortunately. Do you stop to investigate them at all, or are you just keeping on track?
Check to give a brief look, at least see possible cause, like either obvious scorch marks, things like that, gunfire.
Right, give me, each of you give me a quick investigate. I'm not going to give you a particularly low DC, but it's not going to be too hard if you're just doing cursory glances. Okay, Gifton?
Perceptions?
Investigation.
Investigate. Oh, I'm not an investigator. This is a not go. This is a non-starter. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, seems fitting. Tell the...
I'm sitting there staring at Scrim going, I can make you shorter. Would that help?
No. Telde, yeah, you can see signs of battle. It's very clear. Some of them look like they've been shot, some stabbed. There's definitely signs of arcane spellwork, magic missiles, flame spells, all manner of death and injury abound. Shaxton, a little more keen-eyed. You can see that a lot of these were sporting strange markings. Now covered in blood, pretty easy to miss, but you make out these emblems attached to chests or put on bands around arms or even spattered over their faces, looks like with white paint or whatever they could get their hands on. Strange speckled stars arranged in patterns of eyes and wings and claws.
Checks will actually with these shorts or his dagger just cut off one of the armbands and
Uh,
take it with.
does not seem to be on everybody.
He'll take it from one of the ones who does, and then
It
just
really wouldn't be that much
move on.
effort. I could totally like that would even be like hitting the ceiling.
I do not wish to have your magic change me.
Okay.
They definitely were fighting against those changed by Morgani, driven insane.
Oh, okay.
And Jax will actually hold up the armband that has the
You're not
stars.
really
now on it.
religious, are you?
Me?
Me?
No, I'm sorry, not talking about you, Scrum. I know you're religious. No, I'm talking about Shax.
Not as much, though. I'm more of a follower of Ilin than anything else.
Oh, okay. That one's pretty cool.
The world father is a worthy god.
Yeah, he's nice. His angels are
I like-
really nice. You'd like them. Well, actually, you might like. I don't know. You seem to have a very angry view on Ilan's angel, or on just angels.
I like the piece of it.
And as you're moving, you come to a corridor where there is suddenly a whole lot of bodies. They seem to be lining the walls as if they're all trying to charge at something, and the end of the hallway behind them, essentially, is spattered in pock marks of bullet ricochets, bullet holes.
It's a shame all these people went crazy.
As if they were fighting against something large, or is there something shooting at them?
If you look down the end of the hallway, it looks like there was a machine gun set up in a doorway, defending a spot that these lot were trying to charge down.
By the way, Scrim, it's not just the dragons going crazy. It's all the dragon
It's
worshippers.
a sort of series of tubes and a crank handle attached to it. Looks like what you'd know as a Gatling gun.
Deep as the cray-cray.
Giving a quick cursory check on the corpse on this side, just seeing if any of them are wearing the armbands.
Most of them seem to be having this marking on them, yes. And towards the open doorway, which looks like the defense failed, the gun is sort of jarred aside and you can see more bodies inside. Looks like the facility's command center.
Well, whoever was in charge was in there, and they were the ones fighting against the turned.
Should we check that out quickly?
It might give us a map of the facility,
Okay.
and that in of itself might be useful. It doesn't seem there's many in the way of survivors other than the one they're going to check.
You guys check. I have a hard time seeing much. Tilde, I don't know if you know this, but your shoulder has like a large, like, plated wall that blocks most of my vision.
I
This is
completely
why I have that
surprised.
investigation
had
roll.
no idea that was there.
Oh, well, I just wanted to bring that to your attention. It is very not useful.
Have you considered sitting on top of that?
No, I don't wanna. I'll hit the ceiling.
Right. Well, if you move down that hallway into the command room, stepping past bodies, the smell distinctly unpleasant here. You enter and everything seems to be dimly lit. The console's still active. And these are definitely magical consoles, much like the ones you've seen deep within the Wyndham facility.
Jax will actually go
Don't
over and
push any
take a look.
buttons.
Do any look like they're locked down?
Yeah, quite a few of them, in fact. Many of them are locked down. You can see one display seems to be being able to read Hexenreich, being a Hexenreicher. In loose translation, is displaying reactors 1, 2, and 3, and that reactor 3 apparently went critical.
That's the whole.
Reactor 2 is offline. Reactor 1 is running the facility at minimal power. But yes, there are a few consoles with lockdown symbols on them. One that seems to have a couple of bodies on it that looks like hands were wrapped around the neck of an invader, and the invader was jabbing a knife into the side of the other one that's holding it. That console is not locked down.
Jax will move over, move the bodies out of the way, and see what's on the console, see if it's anything useful.
This is it's not a console type that you're particularly adept with. This is a fairly high grade one, runs mostly on magical essential illusions. It projects a ring of stones around this metal plate, projecting light onto it. but it's easy enough to understand, and you start going through it. Give me another investigation, please.
Okay.
I don't like people playing with magic concepts.
I am using a card for that. Do I have one for... No, I don't know if I have a reroll. I do have a reroll, actually.
Okay. Right. So you use your heroic to reroll that. Go ahead.
And I'm also, just in case, also tossing that on top of the
Okay.
on the next roll. This seems like it might be useful.
Right. Alright.
Fucking flash of geniusing myself, it's a 20.
Okie. Right.
Jesus.
Well, good. 20 will do. You start going through the essentially file system of this magical construct, and you can find a lot of things seem to be daily reports, which do seem to become a lot more scattered closer to this date. Opening up a few idly, you can see reports stating people in the facility are starting to act a bit strangely. Doctor is wondering if there's some sort of malady going around, maybe an engine leak is causing something. But then there is a clear sign of conflict and a separation of us and them. There are also files that detail research that the facility was doing, and you can find observations on Sahar. You can find basically tests they were doing with certain magical compounds, and towards the end, tests on faith.
And Jax will actually, as he's doing this, calmly pull out the spell shard he has in his pocket and start reciting off the information for Zahar and the other things into it.
Oh, if you'd like, there does actually seem to be a transfer system, and if you look at the paneling below this, there is, in fact, lines of...
Thing.
Well, you'd think they're spell shards, but they are very finely crafted, almost like little tubes.
Gifton suddenly snaps her fingers like she realizes something and reaches into her pocket.
Use that and start transferring data on.
And I'm gonna misty step to the side of Telday and put my ring back on.
Ah, there we go.
I have pockets in this outfit.
Yeah. All right.
Pockets. That's the thing.
Right.
I forgot I had pockets.
You put your ring back on, and Gifton. Oh God, it's nice to be tall.
Oh, that's so much better.
Oh no, you are on the console.
What?
You basically stepped onto the console and put your ring on.
Oh no!
You shoved it off his shoulder.
I stepped off his shoulder. If that's where I went, that's fine with
Okay.
me.
No, you can be on the floor. Okay. You are able to transfer some of these files.
Oh, sorry about that, Telday. I completely I thought I lost my ring when my outfit was the other way and I didn't have pockets.
It is mostly focusing on the Sahar stuff and some of the miscellaneous of like that test of fate, that sort of thing, to try and get an idea of it. The daily reports he's figuring are mostly stuff that is irrelevant.
Beyond that, there seems to be a couple of personnel reports from high-ranking officers left, and the latest one is about 5 weeks old, a week after the massacre began.
You will actually copy that as well, just in case for names they might need later on.
Okey-dokey.
Week after the massacre?
His body's about 6 weeks old or so in here.
Right.
Yeah. Alright,
so it's the holdout.
Other team.
Yes.
You follow that little tink noise. I'd also like perceptions from you lot to try and follow where the sound's coming from. Okay. While a little difficult because of the creaking and the sort of echoing nature of this facility's metal, I can't deny a 30 plus. So you all managed to find your way. Again, you also find remnants of fights, not quite as heavy, just the occasional body. You even come across someone that seemed to have taken their own life, just a ununiformed young man in just trousers and a vest with a pistol that he clearly used on himself. But when you turn into one corridor, there's a somewhat alarming sight. There is a floor that is scattered with grenades and other heavy munitions. Looks like the type you'd load into cannons. They're not hooked up to anything, they are just there. Looks like they were tossed outside in boxes.
Problem. Do any of us know exactly what these are?
You know what grenades are.
Okay.
Carrick's carrying one.
You've had
It's my bag of holding.
These
The
are
larger
like-
shell-like objects you might not be sure on. I would
Yeah.
allow a just a history check on that if you want.
History. Wink. No.
No, Cassie.
Oh, Kaz, you had a 10 on that.
Yes,
too.
Carrick, those are munition shells. Those are heavy ordnance. Those explode.
We should be careful. Very careful.
Yes.
But a bulkhead door, a very heavy one, right near all of these boxes, is where the tapping's coming from.
Corvus is going to dip into his rogue and look for traps.
Into your rogue?
Rogue.
Ah. Oh, you're using your rogue abilities, right? Okay.
Yes.
So I was very bewildered for a moment.
Anyone can look for traps. It's not just a rogue thing.
Okay. Oh god. Gotta remember what this is.
I think you're supposed to roll a
Investigation.
dice,
And I think you get advantage because of your thing, right?
Investigation if you're trying to figure out where they are. Perception if you're trying to look for them. Just technically.
Yeah. So you have a perception check, please.
Normal?
Normal, because I believe the thieves' tools come into effect when you're trying to disarm them, don't they?
Yes. Yeah.
I might be wrong.
let's,
I've always been unclear on this.
Let's hold up for a second. This doesn't seem like just haphazard.
You do not see any traps. You're fairly confident in this fact. As explosive as this hallway is, this is not a deliberate setup.
Okay. Just tread carefully. Watch your steps.
How far is the tinking from where we are?
It's only about 15 meters down into this hallway. There seems to be a heavy door set into the middle of it. Notably, you all can see this. It's got one of those terminals on it. However, it looks like it's been melted. The entire front of the door is scorched, the metal running.
So I am going to actually do something before we go further. As I double check the distance. I really need to type this into an ability. So it's outside of 30 feet, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I had to check what I thought was 60 feet on the mask is 30. How volatile do I think those munitions are? Like,
As standard, they shouldn't pose any danger in their state. The shells would require a specific ignition. You know how grenades work. You're not entirely sure what kind of wear and tear they've gone through since, but
screw it. I'm gonna actually activate the Dragon Sight ability. So I gain once per day. You can gain blind sight up to 30 feet for 5 minutes.
Okay.
So
there is nothing dangerous that you can see.
Nothing unusual
Nope.
yet for the distance. Shall we get closer carefully?
Yeah. Yes, carefully.
Right, so you start to carefully move through this field of grenades.
Carefully.
Yes.
Thankfully, you step through without any much issue. There might be an alarming moment where one of you scatter one, but nothing happens.
Cass, no stag, just discharging. Please.
And thankfully, when you get to the door, it actually seems to be rather clear of these, like the small area around it. And there you are before the melted door, and you can hear that clink, clink, clink very loudly now from inside.
Can I blind sense?
And Corvus will also blind sense.
That's just opening the door.
Did we get blind sense like?
You can try and open the
60.
door.
Where do you have 60 for blind sense from? Sight
My
from?
eyes.
That's true sight.
I have true sight and blind sense?
You get both from it.
1 second.
True sight 120, blind sense 60.
As I'm giving you supernatural, and yours is draconic, which I measure as being detecting essentially, the magical field of things. Yes, you both can basically sense a life in there. You can't make out what it is exactly, but it seems to be humanoid.
Okay. In the Hexenreich. We hear you. We are outside the door. We're going to try to open it. Ping if you are in a dangerous situation, like stuck under something.
That thinking just stops for a moment. And then you hear very, very faint shuffling from the other side. And it sounds like a few objects being moved around.
They're moving.
He's spinning up that Gatling gun.
Cass, you said you wanted to try opening the door?
Yeah.
I will... How are you going to go about this? The turnwheel is melted.
The turn wheel is melted.
Mm-hmm. Looks like there was some heavy, heavy flame applied to this. Like,
Is it locked? We're gonna start with this route.
you're going to test that out first?
Yes.
You would
So
open
the
this...
hinges on the inside or outside?
this would open outwards.
So the hinges are on the outside.
They would have been melted, likely.
Unless they're
And that
fully...
door's not open.
The hinges seem fine. This was very much directed towards the center.
Hmm.
You can also design ones with hinges hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I pull the pins on the hinges?
What are you going to use to do so? They are... This is very heavy construction. You can't just do it with your hands.
Corvus will...
Hammer and javelin.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, javelin.
No, give me a second. I heard something outside.
Right, flashing back to the other group then. Alright, you finished transferring the files, and as you do, something seems to trigger on the system, as if it was prepared for interaction.
Mm-hmm.
And the table in the center of this room, which again has this sort of array of magical gems and such set into the ceiling above it, seems to light up, a shimmering form appearing. And it looks like...
Gibson draws your bow.
And as you draw your bow at this figure, it looks like a weary old man. He's in Hexenreich uniform. No ranking on it, and it's disheveled, collar popped, jacket open. And he's just sort of clutching his head. And he looks almost directly at the three of you, as if addressing whoever's supposed to be looking at this.
Mm-hmm.
I have tried to hold it back, but I cannot any longer. I can feel it in my mind every day. Don't know what to do. If I turn like the others, there will be no stopping me. I'm going to make sure the Talmudi is safe, and then I'm going outside. All three of me outside, I cannot get to them. I will not think to get to them. Maybe they can hold till help arrives.
He was the dragon.
And you see him grit his teeth, and there is a sudden sharpening of them. They seem to extend, and his jaw shifts, almost dislocating as that horrible shift between dragon and humanoid happens, but he fights it back. I have to go, please. Please forgive me. I tried to find the answer. I tried to help. But now we're going to lose it all. Whoever sees this, if anyone sees this, know that we tried. And then he stands up, and you see a large clawed hand swipe at the screen, and it turns off.
Or dragons.
Pat probably fought it off as long as he could.
Yeah. You okay, Shax?
He was my countryman, but I've already seen many fall to this, and there will be many more until we stop it.
No. It's okay to feel bad. I feel bad.
Hmm.
All right. Well, maybe
Sorry about that.
maybe they'll find this persons that the dragon tried to hide from himself or whatever. We should get tell they we should we let them know? Should we send them a message?
I guess we should do so.
Yeah. Why don't we send them a message of found log. Dragon tried to hide someone away to keep, or someone's. I was that a name, or was that like a people, or what was that?
He was trying to hide the others in here.
Yeah, he was trying to hide other people in here so he wouldn't kill them.
Shax, you'd recognize Towdy as a name. It's not a station or
Okay.
rank or people or anything. Towdy.
Dowdy?
Aldi.
Sorry, I hadn't actually heard that part properly in it, but I do not know who Towdy is, but that does seem to be the one he was attempting to hide. So
Yeah, so maybe pass that on, Tilde. I'd cast a message if I could, but I can't. I could summon an animal.
How would you spell that, by the way?
Taldi.
Okay,
Taldi.
that's what I was thinking, but I wanted to check.
I mean, as much as I do love to send small birds at people that scream messages. Scrim, you'd really enjoy what I do. It's great. I made an entire tavern freak out.
He just quirks an eyebrow at you.
I sent a pigeon in to tell the barkeep we were going to be late for dinner.
Which is a barkeep.
It's a person that gives you drinks, like
person
alcohol,
that serves alcohol.
ale.
A trader.
Yes, yeah. A talking bird
Something.
came in and told them we were going to be late, and everyone freaked out.
Yes, ominous creatures.
Birds, yeah, they are.
Back to the other group. Cass, how you plan to open this door? Who's that going to, Telday, by the way, specifically?
Oh, I will send that to Carrick.
Okay, Carrick,
No.
you'll hear about that about
No,
now.
he's got a ring.
Oh, does he still have the ring?
No,
I thought
he
had
still has
stopped
the
I
ring
don't
on.
usually. I don't wear the ring during the day.
Oh,
I haven't been told to put him back on because I'm supposed to be getting reports still.
okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. is
Also,
that
I
he
did
had
tell you
stopped
that
doing
you can
that.
willingly drop that guard on that ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows about it. He can actually.
When I get
kind of
that,
control it.
I'm gonna suddenly pipe up. Let's try it.
As Cass
In
has the sword
hex-
over her head, getting ready to take the hinges off.
Don't do that, please. I'm just got sending from tell from Telday. Sending from Telday.
It's a tell a day.
I'm gonna try.
Okay, we have
in,
Taldi and Telday. This is gonna be horrible if this person's alive.
I'm gonna try in. Wow, I almost said the wrong name. In Hexenreich, Telday, if that's you, we come to in peace. We're looking to help anyone that's still in here, and it is safe. We believe now.
A few moments of silence pass before you hear that shuffling again, and you can hear footfalls. The footfalls seem to be accompanied by a soft sort of click, click, click with each step, and then a voice on the other side of the door in Hexenreich. Who are you?
My name is Carrick. We stumbled upon here in our airship and came to investigate. One of my companions elsewhere mentioned your name.
Your
that,
accent is and then this voice seems to mumble over a few words before you hear in somewhat heavily accented Baratheon. Noran?
Yes, Barest. Most of us, not all of us, but most of us are from Barest.
You're not from here.
No, we're on our way elsewhere and decided to check in hopes of also repairing.
Did Dundee send you?
I am not sure. Was that the dragon?
Yes, Dundee.
I just know that he was keeping you safe. Other than that, one of my companions sent me a message with your name.
You have not seen him then?
No.
He put me in here and I told me to stay.
It's safe to come out. If anything is still here that's dangerous, we will protect you. Unfortunately, we cannot get the door open on this end.
They have not been able to move the wheel. It seems stuck.
It's melted. Is there a way to open it without the wheel?
I don't know.
Tell D. My name is Corvus Adolas.
He's also speaking in brass too, so
he will be speaking in Hexenreich. We will try to open the door from this side. There is another here. Her name is Cass. She is a centaur.
This is important. I don't want you to be startled.
Yes, essentially.
Carrick's gonna take the mask down.
Mm-hmm.
It currently looks like he has a dragon face, and he's gonna.
That is probably a good idea.
Yes.
Do stand back from the door just in case.
You hear that same sort of clicking footfall moving back.
Cass, if you will.
Okay. Cass is actually going to try and literally pull the door off the hinges this time. She's going. I'm raging.
Okay, you rage.
There's someone trapped inside. They can't get out.
What are you putting on? What part?
I'm grabbing what's left of the handle.
Okay.
And since it's essential, unless there's areas on the sides that I can get into the.
Not really. The handle's good. All right. So you grab the handle. Give me a strength check with advantage then.
Oh no, that's safe. That's a save.
It creaks a bit, but does not budge.
Cass is going to keep trying.
Actually, let me see if I can maybe weaken the hinges some. Going to. Yep. Yeah. I'm going to green flame, which is acidic damage.
Okay. Alright. You acidic the hinges, which do sizzle. You're doing it through each of the hinges?
Yes.
Okay.
As I'm doing casts, hold the center just in case it's too much and it breaks it. Please.
It's really a shame if it falls inward.
I'm also going to call for an int check from, I'm sorry, Cass, to say this, just Carrick and Corvus. As things normally go. You're raging, so...
yeah. She's angry.
It should be actually 17 because it's still
17.
To throw that +1.
Carrick, if the fact that the wheel is stuck on this side is stopping the one from the inside and turning...
There's interior bolts.
Maybe if the wheel on this side wasn't there?
Maybe cut the wheel off and cut off its connections?
Actually, yes, good point. Actually, does it look like we could cleanly cut off, or am I going to have to use acid? Like, what is this just iron, or is this seem to be something more?
It looks like it's steel.
Steel, that's what I meant.
Use your green flame blade.
Yeah. Same method might work, and it frankly looks a lot less reinforced than the actual bolts do.
Okay. green flame, acid splash. I'm pretty good. Green flame's probably more controlled, so just synaptic splash the whole thing.
Okay. And what weapon are you using for this?
I am using one of
Your rapiers?
Is it magical?
it. It would be the +1.
Okay. Right. In that case, the first hit does score it, digs into it, and you can see that sort of sizzling metal. It takes a few strikes before it's weak enough that Cass, give me another strength check with advantage.
If I can actually get my cursor over the freaking strength thing.
Much nicer. There's that horrible
battle.
screeching rend of metal as you rip the remnants of this wheel off of the door, and you can actually see the exposed mechanism through the little hole that's left.
Cass is going to reach in and turn.
You want to try and do it from your side? Okay. Your hand can't really fit in there.
They'd cast.
Clang, clang, clang.
What's that?
It's just the door. We're working on it. It's okay.
Anything I can do?
Cass is
The
stopping
wheel.
for a split second.
Try the wheel
Your
and
handle.
Okay, thank you, people.
Yeah.
Right. You hear the shuffling footsteps come back a bit
Cass, please
closer.
take your hand out from the inside before it starts to come out.
Yeah, take your hand out, Cass.
Cass's hand couldn't get in there. She was just.
Before there's a sort of screech of metal struggling to budge, and then you see the mechanism starting to move, and you hear the wheel turning on the other side. And once you hear that of the bolts releasing on the interior mechanism, there's suddenly the shuffling sound from inside again as the figure inside backs up rapidly.
I'm going to try and pull the door open.
Okay. There's a little bit of damage to the frame, so it doesn't budge quite so easily, but you are able to pull it open. And once you do, inside you see, huddled behind a whole bunch of boxes, very shakily holding a pistol, is a small golden kobold.
Oh my.
Who looks fearful.
Oh.
Hello there.
Stay there.
Absolutely.
Show me. Turn. Lift your arms, please.
I'm going to do is. Can I tell if it's a he or she?
You'd have to give me a check.
Okay, what type of check would you like?
Nature.
Corver's gonna slap Garrick. No.
No, I want to be able to refer to
Yeah.
he or she
Properly.
properly. So,
Yeah.
oh, probably not.
Hard to tell.
Okay, I'm just gonna go and turn around.
Mainly because most of its figures hidden behind boxes, but
Yeah,
Corvus will do the same.
okay.
I'm gonna move. Actually, is there enough room for Cass to do it without hitting one of us?
It's a little more awkward for Cass, but she can turn if she does so.
Cass is just pushing the door open and then turning and kind of peeking through the door, like, turn.
Cass,
Cass,
just turn around.
And it sort of
Slowly.
waves the pistol as if motioning for you to circle yourself, you know.
Spin yourself in a
What?
circle.
Take a spin.
Ca-
Spinny.
Cass is looking at the. It's tiny.
Yes.
Yes.
Cass.
Please do as they say.
Cass is going to turn.
Okay, and the kobold watches the three of you intently, eyes flickering over your forms as if looking for something as you will turn, before it actually slowly lowers the pistol. You're not marked.
No,
No.
we're not of the those turned.
We would have seen the marked individuals.
Yes, you've seen that mark.
Yeah, and I'm guessing between my information, I probably would have guessed what that meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not of the turned. Not even myself.
The kobold slowly gets up from behind its pile of boxes, which you can actually see now are ration boxes, empty. And as it stands, the kobold looks a bit worse for wear, gaunt, malnourished.
Have you not had food for a while?
Not for a few days.
Cass is going to step in.
Hold.
Cats, easy.
And let's get you out of here. We'll get you to some place with some food so you can actually lie down and rest.
Yeah.
And then Cass is actually going to get down on her front knees and put her hand out for him.
It steps out from behind its boxes, and as it does, you can see these large claws on its feet clicking on the ground as it moves. And I can walk. I am strong.
If you trust me to reach into my bag, I do have some rations on me I could give you.
It looks at you, Carrick, before it just sort of lets the pistol drop to its side, still holding it, and nods very slowly.
Okay, I'm going to reach into my bag of holding, and I'm going to pull out 2 sets of rations and extend my hand holding both.
It reaches.
Corvus
He
will
probably needs water too.
get a water skin. Here, this water.
At the side of the water skin and the rations, it actually drops that pistol and reaches out and takes both, and then actually very carefully begins to drink and just nibble.
Oh, good. It's eating fast and drinking fast is actually reverse.
Yes, I know.
It's
Make
very
it last.
good. Yes. If you can certainly walk, but there's a lot of things out here. There's, as you can probably guess.
Has anyone left?
We haven't found anyone.
Found anyone else?
Sound stopped long ago.
We have.
Would you allow Cass to carry you?
I do not need to be carried.
Okay.
Will you come along with us? We don't know our way around here.
I can just show you where to go. Where do you need to go? You could try and find Dundiaf.
Was that the name you gave for the dragon? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Name for the dragon, yeah.
Carrick, why don't you ask the others where they are? We would probably
yes,
be
I
wise
have
to meet
ascending
up.
still.
Yes.
Um,
And Corvus will address the kobold. The others with our company, they told us who you might be. We're going to contact them and see if we can meet up.
okay. Okay. Response is.
Tauti, are you injured in any way?
She shakes her head, which Corvus, you can give me a nature check just to double check. Yeah, you think this is a female kobold. You think. Shakes her head and just sort of continues to sip from the water skin.
She looks to be fine, other than just probably malnourished and dehydrated.
Well, we'll get back with the others. Just waiting to hear where they are. Don't know if Talde's here, so.
Did you message them?
So,
Replied on the sending. Yeah.
yeah, since that's a
Would need another
reply,
sending.
would have to
Yeah,
do
require
a
another
sending.
They'd have to send another sending, so they're.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem.
spell
I don't have the
slots.
ability to do it.
My spell slots me here from a distant hallway. Oh, they're this way. Come.
I mean,
if Telde just like says that they're looking for us, I would gladly yell.
Oh God.
Yeah, so we're not going to mention that part.
Damn, Telde just has to progress over the last year.
The bard rogue has learned.
So it appears that they have found Taldi.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
We still haven't found
They
our part.
plan to come and meet us now. They would
Oh.
like to know our location.
Well, I'd like to know our location too.
She's actually going to go over to the other unlocked console and see if does it have anything like map, anything you can look at.
Not immediately, but if you start looking through it, yeah, you can find a facility map. And
I
you,
guess you could tell them we're in the control room. We don't know where they are.
yep, there is indeed text like for command.
So, well, we are definitely in the command room, and
you can actually see part storage on the map as well.
I'm assuming the room we have to go for is this one marked part storage.
Yeah, I feel my pull taking me that way.
It seems to coincide with direction. It's part of corridor AB5.
Gifton's just kind of face planting against a wall repetitively. This way, guys. This way.
We'll actually have essentially just a pencil and a piece of paper he's writing down instructions to it from, because he's one of the people without keen mind.
You got a map, then you don't need
Keen
me doing the
mind.
spell anymore, right?
I do not believe so, no. Might be good to have just to confirm location, but...
Okay. Well, lead on. I don't know. You want to tell them? You can tell them we're in command heading to storage, but I don't see how that helps them without them having a map of the facility themselves.
If they're with Taldi, they might know where it is.
Yeah.
That is what I shall tell them then.
What was the hallway we were heading towards again, Ellie?
AB15.
Okay. Shax actually didn't tell Taldi that we were headed towards hallway AB15.
So Scrim, so you pretty much fight everything. Have you ever fought Oberon?
What is an Oberon?
That's a no. That's a solid no.
Hair crusting from Cass, probably.
Cassie lost her
He
arm.
still
to
has
Oberon.
both arms. He couldn't.
On the far side of the facility, you just hear suddenly a scream, "I'm going to make a hat rack out of here!"
Alright, you get your reply, Carrick.
Taldi, they're in command right now, heading to part storage in AB15, they say? Yes.
I know the way.
You could take us there then?
She nods and actually holds her the water skin back out.
You can ask for it if you need it again.
She nods and once you take it from her, she starts heading down the hallway, looking down at all of the grenades and such scattered around. For her shoulders seem to sag a bit at the sight of that, and she leads you on.
It's only getting worse when she starts seeing bodies.
I'm gonna respond to that. Actually, I'm gonna respond to that. The sending now. Talde knows where that is. She is bringing us to you.
Great, Talde and Taldi. It's great.
Taldi.
DM. All right, the DM's gonna eventually be adding in a new NPC that we meet named Grifter.
And
Grifted.
a couple of times she seems to stop and look at her body, and you hear her just mumbling names under her voice. Newman, Koenig, Ridderwald, Ventat.
You know, I'm just as rock. You knew everybody here, didn't you?
He just nods a little bit.
I know that feeling. Many of us lost our town about a year and a half ago.
That is how life goes. Can I stop? It's down here. It's not the way, but I want to check.
Yes.
Yes.
And she leads you down a little side corridor, and it looks by the open doors. You can see beds within them. There's a large one with bunks, some more with individual rooming, it seems. Before she steps into a room that is in complete disarray, there is a bed that is basically snapped in half, splinters of wood tossed about. large claw-like gouges within the metal bulkhead walls.
Somebody a real wild night.
And as she looks around the room, just sort of standing in the center of it, you hear a small sort of sniffle from her.
That was probably her room.
Or Dragon's room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing this is your room.
No, it was his. I'm next door.
Very close.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
This is gonna be awkward.
Perception check, please, from those that are in there with her. Or at the doorway.
God, Carrick.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
Corvus.
dragon.
Corvus. You on the remnants of the desk, it's tilted to its side as some of the legs on one side of it have been taken out from under it. A smashed mirror on top of it. You can see what look to be basically scattered slid papers that look like they're supposed to be in a stack. That just they catch your eye.
Sorry, Teldy, can I see what those are?
She glances back at you before looking over at the papers and just shrugging a bit. Carrick.
Mm-hmm.
You see not too far from there, it looks like it has basically rolled under a chair, which is a beautiful chair, by the way. Nearly untouched. The cushioning on it is ripped up. But looks like there is actually a rolled scroll.
Bless you.
I'll put disorganized Hexenreich papers.
Yeah, you gather them up.
Corvus, while you're over there, there's something under the desk over there. We're gonna motion towards it.
You mean the chair?
The chair, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you pick that up.
Yeah. Scroll.
Yep, it's a scroll. Looks like it's bound with twine.
Bound.
Just rolled up.
And disordered papers from.
No, do you bring it over to
the-
Carrick, or are you keeping it yourself?
He'll hand the scroll to Carrick since he saw it.
Well, I can do this for free. I can cast text magic free once per day on my own.
Mhm.
So, gonna cast.
It's a spell scroll.
Okay.
I'll let you have the spell scroll in your inventory,
Just
Carrick.
gonna look down at Talday.
Teldy.
Taldy. Do you mind if I take a look? It's magic. I'm guessing it's his, but I just don't want if it's a magical trap for it to go off.
I don't think he would have trapped anything, but go ahead. If he asks for it back, you can give it back.
Absolutely. I'm gonna open it up and
No.
make an arcana check. Make sure it's not a
Yeah,
trap.
go ahead and do an arcana check. Immediately, it's not trapped that you can see, although this is one of the lengthier spells you've seen. And it's a bit weird because normally that means fairly high level magic, but this isn't high level. You can see from the beginnings of it that it requires very little power. A novice could cast this, but all of the intricacy and length of it just seems to be towards control and specific details. As far as you can tell, just from a very quick cursory glance like this, seems to be illusion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to, for now.
High five. Hat down.
And I will ask. It's a bit of a hint, but I will ask. Do you actually check once it's unrolled? Do you check the back of it?
Yes.
Okay.
I looked at the whole thing because I'm making sure it's not going to explode.
You look at the back of it and scribbled, not in any arcane way, just in plain Hexenreich. Just seems to be listed. 1 second, as Ellie opens up a thing.
This said, Please feed the kobolds every Tuesday.
For the, in Hexenreich, for the Night of Shooting Stars.
Oh.
It's a fireworks scroll.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
Well, it's an illusion scroll, but yeah.
Yeah.
Boop,
They do
boop, boop,
listen
boop,
sense
boop,
that.
boop, boop, boop.
You've heard of it. Never partaken in it yourself, but it is essentially a way that Morgani worshippers celebrate those that they've lost.
Still have detect magic active. I know this is usually used to detect those who can use magic, correct? Because I've seen it used that way.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look down at Taldi.
Taldi.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time with this. And seeing if
I think
She
that's how
can
it's
use
said.
magic.
yeah, Taldi.
Yep. What are you checking for?
Seeing if she can use magic.
Uh,
If she pings off of it.
She does not
Detect
ping.
magic. Okay. I'm gonna roll it up. How about you hold on to this for now in case we find him?
She gives you a quizzical look, but she'll take it from you, and she tucks it aside into a basically little satchel bag she's had, where the pistol went once you guys left that room.
I was gonna ask if that actually, if she did pick it up,
Yeah,
or
she
if she
did.
just left it. Okay, good. That way, if anything happens, she can accidentally shoot us.
Yes, not here.
No, he's not. Did you want to check in your room? What was
She
yours?
she nods quickly for moving off into her room, which seems pristine, untouched.
When she does, Corvus is gonna just kind of look at the headlines of the papers.
Okay. There's no headlines, like they're not marked off as listed for that. It seems to be something long and rambling. Like these papers are all one message essentially. You catch apologies, you catch begging, you catch all manner of things.
He will stop and just look at the first page then, or try to sort it out. That's what he will try to organize it.
The first line of it is to Taldi, my dearest granddaughter.
Oh. Carrick,
Yes.
this is to her. It's his granddaughter.
We should probably give them to her then.
Do you want to now or later? I think maybe later due to situation.
Yeah.
And once you guys wander out that room, and basically next door to hers, you see she's actually packing a large large carry bag with
Getting her clothes.
and it's not the most decorated room. And what decoration there is rather mature. It's not a childish place either. Once she's got the bag packed, she buttons it up and just sort of hefts it onto her shoulder. I'm ready. Let us go to the part storage.
Yeah, later on.
Is there more you would like to take than?
No.
Is there actually more stuff in there, by the way?
There are a few more bits and pieces, but it looks like there's a lot of spare uniforms actually sized and fitted to her. There's some books on the shelf, but she doesn't seem to look towards them.
Okay. I was just say if there was anything I could assist.
Have everything
carrying
important.
something. Okay.
And she moves out the door past you and starts leading the way back down the corridor. The other group, you make your way towards part storage. There's a few more bodies along the way, but it seems like the most of the facilities personnel were definitely towards the command center. And as you reach another hallway, start heading down it. You can hear the echoing footsteps and hoofballs of your companions coming down the other way, and a lot of you see each other as you head towards a doorway. Like many of the others, is just a sealed bulkhead door.
Wave at the others.
And you see a small kobold with them golden scaled.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello, she says in Baratheon.
Taldi,
Are
this
you from
is...
Hexenreich?
Yes. You
Do you
are.
like magic?
Oh my god. Gifton.
Magic is a beautiful thing, yes.
See? I look over Corvus.
So,
I will
Taldi,
say
that would be
hello
Gifton.
in
Magic is
Hexenreich.
beautiful.
That would be Telday. Two are very similar names.
Jack was on in Hexenreich, which hello, sir.
That would
And
be...
she actually gives you a short little bow, Shax.
Jack's actually give a polite bow back.
Are you a dragonborn?
No, I am a kobold.
She's a kobold.
Kobold.
Mm.
You look.
And she actually looks between you, Shax, towards Corvus, and then Carrick and Gifton, and just sort of looks amongst the group. Belast and Hexenreich working together? Did you come to our aid?
We weren't sure if there was anybody alive on here. We needed our airship got damaged in the storm. There's a bad magical storm outside. It's very bad out there.
Yeah.
The part of your island exploded.
Yes, when Reactor 3 went.
That is the reactor.
Yeah, and there's a lot of bad effects outside, and it damaged
The,
our airship. So we were looking for parts before we moved on, but we were trying to see if there was anybody here on the way through.
You weren't sent.
No.
No.
As
do not
far
know how to
as
tell you this, but Hexenreich has fallen.
Yeah, Shax came to us about a year ago as a refugee.
We lost command with the mainland, communication with the mainland. About. Yeah.
The ones turned by Morgani seem to have ripped things apart from the inside. I was from a different research lab on the mainland, and Jack's actually state what was the given name for it.
You can see her actually swallowing and struggling to maintain composure.
Do you want to
Deeply
go back
sorry
to the
for this,
airship with us? I mean, you don't need to stay here. This is kind of a.
No, I
You
can.
look like you need some time.
No, I am fine. You are here for parts?
Yeah, we need whatever that broken thing is. That Jack
I was in
has.
charge of inventory. Yeah. And she actually moves over and starts to open up the door. What you need? Yes, okay. In here, and she opens up the door and to
Maybe grab a spare.
a very large storage bay.
Corvus will reach towards Gifton.
I'm human right now.
Yeah, it just kind of pull her back for a second. Come here.
I'm married.
No, not Gifton.
No, she is. Trust me.
I know. As a fae, I'm a horrible flirt, but you know.
She
She's not
She
tall
is-
enough for you, anyways.
you're better with this kind of stuff than myself, and maybe you and Kara can talk to her about it.
What do you mean?
She's looking for her. What was his name?
Do you remember his name?
I would. I don't. Corvus
King
would.
Mine.
Yeah.
You're gonna leverage King Mind. Right.
Yes.
Don Diaf.
She is looking for Don Diaf, the
The
dragon.
reason I don't have it.
There, I pasted in.
It's
You didn't tell her.
we didn't tell her yet. It's
You know that's.
I here. He
That's it.
will
There's a lot of people that are going to talk about it the moment we get back on the ship. I'd leave without thinking, you know.
right. That's why I want you and Carrick to probably handle this.
Hang on, I've
He
got.
will he will hand you the notes.
I'm
These
gonna,
were-
I'm gonna look over and I'm just gonna give that look of I hope Scrim is it gonna be the one that breaks the ice here? And I'm gonna put
You
a-
hear
put
a little thump from inside of the storage room as she's headed into it. And those that were actually at the doorway or following her in, you can actually see her hit just a wooden storage box with tears streaming down her cheeks.
Oh no! Are you okay?
I already assumed. Okay.
Oh. I'm sorry. The madness took him.
This is for you. It's written to you.
And she quickly sort of runs her hand over her eyes.
He left the recorded message in that command room, begging people to come find you. That he was hiding you from himself.
Can we do this later?
Yes.
Why don't we do this later?
All right. Yeah, those boxes there. They have our capacitors. They're a little different, but they should do the job.
All right, Shax, why don't you grab those?
Interface consoles, munitions that way. Just take whatever you need.
Why don't we get you back to the airship and we get you a nice quiet room, okay? And give you some privacy. Would you like that?
I want to be the last one off.
Understandable.
Of course.
Well, how about we start walking back, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'll
offer my hand.
She actually reaches out and pets your hand and gives you a very tearful smile before letting go and just starting to walk ahead of you.
Shax,
What is with every Hexenriker bossing me around?
Shax, do you need any hand with that? Harwin can assist if needed.
I would like assistance carrying some of the back. There is.
Give me something to hold. You brought me here.
I'll give you something to. Oh wait, no.
No, our romance, it is forbidden.
Harwin, carry that box for Shax and follow.
Harwin will just sort of hold his hands, arms out in like sort of forklift fashion, as if a waiting box.
Shax will hand over and then a second box over to Scrim and go, here for you.
Scrim takes the box under one arm, then just looks around.
Just grab
Picks
another
up
box, Scrim.
Harlan.
Just it doesn't matter. Just grab a box.
Yeah, he actually does reach up onto a shelf and just grabs a random long box.
It's the boomstick.
Doesn't matter.
Shax will
it's a
actually,
box.
since I know there was other stuff, Shax probably would have noted was damage from stuff he was working to repair and hardwire, that sort of thing.
Basically,
If he can
if
find replacement stuff, essentially.
If you want to spend a little bit of time in here, you can. There is basically inventory in here to either fix or replace most of the facility's equipment. So the consoles are in the command center. You could you could take some and wire them up to your own airship. There are weapon parts as well.
You know, like how in all the animes when the guy gets taken shopping with the girls and they end up just like piling boxes on them. I want you to do that to Scrim.
All right, Scrim, carry this. Scrim, here, this, Scrim.
Shax was basically just going over any part that he knew that, because he would have been doing at least like either written down or some inventory, like we need to replace this part, that part was in this state for after the storm. Anything that he knew was in a state worse than as good as it could be, he's just getting a replacement.
Basically, I imagine you send the very vital things off for head first with power in and so on, and then start just inventorying, grabbing other bits and pieces.
Shax, you need my assistance with carrying stuff?
Nothing for carrying, but you may want to check this. And he's actually going to hold out the spell shard that has the research information, all that on it. So you may want to check this out. This is the things we found on the console.
Okay. Do you need this now? I was going to head back. Actually, because someone said that you never sent his familiar to stay on the ship. Merrick.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yes, you can hold on to it for now. I would like it back, however.
Okay. Let's go after the after Taldi and Gifton, and get your dad back soon. He's like, dang it! I was gonna get all the.
Duh.
Alright, and as some of you start heading back towards the ship with equipment, others helping get more, that is where we are going to end the session, with Gifton following behind Talde.
No.
Taldi. It's a very tricky name. Following behind Taldi, as you see her pull out this little frame from her bag, glass covering what looks like to be a sketched portrait of a very young dragon, a very young kobold, and a great big ancient dragon behind them, all posing and smiling.
And then smashes it and takes the shards and
And
stabs
you just
all
see-
of
No,
us.
then she pulls the picture back and hits a button underneath and blows the.
You just see drips of water, tears hitting the glass before it's put away. That's where we end the session.
Nah.
Oh.
Alright, okay. Everyone take 5,000 XP.
So does that include the XP for destroying her, emotionally?
Yes, that involves all of that XP.
I always wait until I found out what the recording said.
How much do we get for Cassie retching?
That's already calculated in, I'm afraid.
How about for the second retching?
That's already calculated in, I'm afraid.
How about for surviving the image that Gifton attempted to impart?
There cannot
into
be
all
placed
of our minds?
any, there is no XP value that can make up for that, so.
No. We're just level 20 now.
No, unfortunately, we're also all mad crazy now too.
And that was the last game of the year, so,
Oh, no.
I will do this again next year.
Next year. It's
Oh,
so
no.
far.